Boom!
Hello.
What's going on, everybody?
Billy.
Welcome to the top 5 Adam Sandler films live stream. This is probably my favorite panel of people that we've had because it's a true mix of familiar faces, people we actually know outside of YouTube, and brand new faces. So you have the entire spectrum of potential guests here tonight. So this is a real celebration. And of course, it's for the Sandman right here. It's this guy right here who we did go see November 14th when he was in Savannah, Georgia. And it was a magical night. That's all I got to say.
I just kind of feel like an outcast because like everybody here like loves this guy. And I'm like, he's good.
Oh, don't say that to Cassidy. Don't say that to Cassidy. Don't say that to Cassidy. Cassidy, I'm the big fan of this relationship. Just so you know, I'm the one that came up with this.
He makes up for it.
We have every single Funko Pop behind us that Funko has made of the Sandman. The only one that's not on there because of logistical reasons is this Billy in the bathtub. So there it is. We have that as well. If you could just push that right over there. Awesome. All right. So we are going to bring them right in because we don't have any time to waste tonight. Let's make sure the banner's going here. There it is. All right. So let's see. We're going to bring in our first guest. She is a diehard Adam Sandler fan. Literally her entire Instagram is dedicated to this guy. And when I was reaching out to people, she was one of the first that I found. And we'll explain how I found her. But ladies and gentlemen, yes, we got to get a drum roll here. We got to get a drum roll. And it is... Whoa, it's Adam Sandler. What?
that kind of scared me.
Oh, and your mic is muted. Your mic's muted. Your mic's muted.
There we go.
Hey, there we go.
I'm going to fuck that up.
Hello, welcome.
Hello, nice to meet you guys.
Yes, right back at you. So I found you through the fine folks over at the Billy Gilmore podcast.
Yes.
And because I think I was on their Instagram and I saw that you liked something that they had shared, and I was like, Adam Sandler girl. This is a very telltale name. Has
no life, pretty much is what you're saying.
So I clicked it and I was just like, whoa. Okay, clearly she is a fan. So I think I sent you a message and then I told you that I had sent you a message and all that stuff. Long story short, here you are. And how big of an Adam Sandler fan would you say you are?
On a scale 1 to 10, probably creepy.
Probably creepy.
Like, almost to that point that it's like restraining order. If Jackie dies one of these days, like it's going to probably look like me.
Wow.
That, Jackie, you seem really nice, but it's fine.
Now, where do you get your stuff? Do you get your stuff from like Etsy and?
I love Redbubble. They have like the best phone cases and shirts like this, or Etsy, probably Amazon. Honestly,
heck yeah.
There's a lot of stuff out there for him.
Like just scrolling through your Instagram, I was like, I had no idea that would even be a thing. You have like a pair of earrings that
I'm horny. Yes.
Yeah, from Billy Madison, the card that Principal Anderson gives him, the PS I'm horny.
With the Billy on it, and it literally is one side. Those were Etsy. And then I even have some of just like a little ones of his face. People are amazing what they create.
It's absolutely nuts. The fandom for this guy. Now, you've seen him live, correct?
Yes, multiple times.
Multiple times. Did you see him on this most recent tour?
So no, he's coming in February by me.
There you go.
So I'm excited.
Now, how have you not met him in person yet? How is this like account not reached him?
It's the restraining order. I don't know. I'm honestly like too scared to meet him because I'll probably either start crying or I'll piss myself, or probably both. So it's just like I don't want to. Like I don't know what I would do, and I don't want to.
You don't want to meet the guy that you're wearing a shirt of?
Like, and that's literally it.
All right. Fair enough. Well, welcome. We are super excited to have you because
I'm excited to be here.
And
I'm kind of in awe.
You're in awe. She's speechless.
I'm sorry.
No, in the best of ways.
Who would you have a shirt on for? Like it would be who would it be? No, who's like your number one? It's I'm blanking because we're live. Like someone you love. Oh, Bo Burnham. Yeah, Bo Burnham.
I'll give you that.
Bo Burnham. How come you don't have a shirt with Bo Burnham?
I don't know.
gotta go to
Redbubble. You need
Etsy.
to get her one. There's
gotta
a
go to
Christmas
Etsy.
idea.
Yep. So there we go, everybody. That is Cassidy. Next up, we are bringing in Cody from Dude Who Loves Movies.
What's up, everybody? How you doing?
What's going on, dude? You just debuted your channel today.
Today, yes.
Nice.
Which is crazy because the first time you were ever on YouTube on a live stream was also on this channel.
Yes. This is like my home away from home.
That's awesome, dude. I love it.
So all the big milestones, I'm going to come here first.
As you should.
Perfect.
Yeah,
We'll take
yeah.
it.
So
And,
before I get married, I'm going to come on the show.
You got the Airheads poster behind you right there.
Yeah.
You got the Airheads t-shirt rocking.
But do you have Adam Sandler earrings?
Yeah.
No.
Got a butt plug though. That's what it is. It's
Yeah.
your heads. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I got my Sandler hat on too.
There you go. Oh yeah, because that's also on the tour. That's also on the tour.
Ooh.
Same, man.
That's also on the most recent tour. Yeah.
Yeah.
The coolest thing about this whole stream, anybody watching, and we'll get to the live chat here in a second. This panel has been assembled for quite some time, and we've been back and forth on Instagram. But I don't think anyone's ever heard anyone else. You know what I mean? Like Cassidy's probably never heard what Cody sounds like, and you know what I mean. So it's a really cool, like, oh, now we're all figuring out what we all sound like, kind of thing. So it's actually really
The
cool.
quotes sound better now.
Yes.
Yeah.
All the quotes.
All right. So there is Cody. I believe the next person coming in is Mr. Eddie from Eddie's Films and Stuff.
Hey, I forgot that you could hear me for a second. I was still like,
Yeah,
no,
you're good,
first of all, I got to say I'm disappointed in myself because I didn't know there was so much like Adam Sandler merch and Funkos available. I got to get on that.
Yeah, you missed the dress up. You missed the, what's that called?
What?
Like the dress code
Oh,
for
the dress
this
code.
for the stream.
Yeah,
I
that's
did.
right.
I did.
I'm out
Just like I
too.
messed up the Christmas stream as well. I wasn't jolly for that one either.
But no, dude, it's great to have you here. You're one of our favorite guests. So
Thanks.
you're a resident of this channel as well, along with Mr. Cody right there, and maybe Cassidy. Look, I don't know what else you like besides Adam Sandler, Cassidy. Do you like anything else?
Probably nothing.
Like
No?
frogs.
No. Okay. Socks.
Oh, I thought she said rocks.
Oh, you said rocks. I thought you said
No,
socks.
frogs.
Frogs.
It's even
Frogs.
fucking weirder.
I love frogs.
Oh my God, it's
They're so
great.
cute.
So welcome, Eddie. And next up is another returning guest to the channel. It's Vin from Hard Copy Blues.
How's it going, guys?
What's going on, dude?
Howdy.
So I think I'm at like the perfect age where I really was able to appreciate Sandler so much growing up. I was born in 1986, and you know, a lot of his prominent early comedic roles, like Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, Waterboy, all those films that really made him famous. I was at that perfect adolescent age of like 10, 11, 12, and I would just have sleepovers with my friends, and we would just watch Adam Sandler religiously. Like there's a whole section of my brain that is roped off for Adam Sandler movie dialogue. It's there.
Love that.
Yeah.
I could quote a lot of his films. So yeah, I'm pumped to be here and get into it.
Yeah. In case anyone's wondering about that chat I was talking about on Instagram, that's literally all it's been, is just quote after quote after quote after quote, GIF after GIF after GIF. So
There's probably a whole movie somewhere in that chat.
it's crazy. This has been like I said, one of the most fun panels to assemble. So awesome to have you here, man. Welcome back to the channel. I think this is the second time.
Yeah, you popped my live stream cherry.
That's right. Yes, we popped that cherry, and
That's one way to put it.
it was a lot of fun to do that. So, Vin from Hard Copy Blues, and let's see who's next. Oh, let's bring in another returning guest to the channel, Josh from Mousetracks. What's up, dude? Welcome back. Welcome back.
Hey, thanks, bro. Thanks for that was quick turnaround on your part. You texted me real quick after our last one. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, dude. Now, you're the Disney guy, so I'm very curious. Don't tell me. Don't give us any clues. I'm curious if Bedtime Stories is in your top 5.
Interesting.
Interesting. Because it's actually kind of weird if you think about it. He hasn't done many Disney movies.
Nah, not really that guy, bro.
Yeah. So, but there is Josh. The next person up, I believe, because I'm following what I have on the ticker there on the bottom. I believe, was it Benicio or was it Cody?
I think it was Cody.
It was Cody. All right, we're gonna go with her. We're gonna go there. It's a new face to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. It's Cody from the Brock Hop side.
What's up?
Going on there.
Wow.
So you have Batman behind you. Where's your Adam Sandler cutout?
Shit, it was there a minute ago. I didn't know there were background requirements for the stream, so forgive me, please.
No, you're good. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, did you know that there was a dress code, there was background requirements, there was physical media requirements?
There's just everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got the physical part, so I got that part down.
Awesome.
No spoilers.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how big of a Sandler fan would you say you are?
Well, it's interesting because Adam Sandler's somebody who's always been around, like growing up watching a lot of his movies, but I don't think I'm on the same level as super fan as some other people, but
Some other people.
It's all good, man. Welcome to the show, because I found you through I believe it was either Luke. It was Luke Ponto is how I found you.
Yeah.
So I saw you do like a top 10 favorite TV shows of all time, and I was like, dude, that guy has one hell of a voice, and I love finding unique voices to put on the channel. So, and Haley said you sound like Sylvester Stallone. I don't know if that's ever been told. Yeah.
No, oddly enough.
No. You probably get like Seth Rogen, maybe.
Not him.
No?
I got Moist Critical one time, but otherwise.
All right. Fair enough. Welcome to the.
You do sound like him.
Oh, there you go. Welcome to the channel. Next up is a returning guest. It's Benicio, the motherfucking horror cholo.
What is up? It's Nudie Magazine Day. Yeah, we are here. And I'm ready. Ready to talk about some fucking Sandler, man. It's a little bit different. Today's the funny cholo, I'm ready for this.
Oh, it's the funny cholo. I'm so sorry.
And Vin, I was born in 1986 too, so prime time, man. I'm right there with you, man. Watch all those things with my cousins all the time. Me and my cousins, we watch every single Adam Sandler movie together, and we just quote them our whole life. Still do to this day. So it's awesome.
Yep. Do you have every single copy of the movie? Well, no, you said you're missing one, right?
I'm missing one, yeah.
Okay.
Which
Awesome,
is strange too. It's one I really like, and I have no idea how I don't own it.
And dude, you're the resident horror guy. It's so strange to think Sandler hasn't done a true horror film.
Yeah, no, he has a Hubie Halloween.
Yeah.
I think that would make me piss my pants.
Like a genuine horror movie, like he's like a slasher character.
I think I would pass away.
That'd be so cool. But welcome back, man. Welcome back.
Happy to be here.
And last but not least, this is so everybody, you could argue, is a content creator in one way, shape, or form. Cassidy, I don't know if you have a YouTube channel, but you definitely have a killer Instagram page. So we all make content here, all of us. This last guest, he is not a content maker. No. He is my absolute best friend in life. And I was waiting to find that absolute perfect stream to get him on. I think this is it. So we saved the best for last. It is Boyd. What's up, man? Oh, he fell asleep. Oh God.
Honored to be here. Hello, everybody. Really nice to meet you. Welcome to my studio featuring blinds.
That sounds good.
Thanks a lot. I don't know if Eddie charged you all to be on this show. He charged me like a $20 cover, but it's an honor to be here. Have a cube on here.
Yeah, that'll be after the show. Everyone just zealous. $20. So, dude, you haven't been on the channel at all, which blows my mind.
That's true.
Yeah,
I've been Black Ops here for
You've
a while. Undercover.
But I love it, man. Welcome. Like I said, you're not a content creator, but that doesn't stop you from being here. So this is how the structure of it's going to go. We're going to highlight each individual person, and they're going to obviously go from the top 5 down to the top 1. So Cassidy will show her top 5, then Cody will show his top 5, and everybody can feel free to, maybe do a minute or two talking about the movie, what it means to you, all that stuff. If you don't have a physical copy of the movie, that's fine. You can still just talk about the movie. But before we do that, let's say hello to whoever's joining us tonight, because it is a live stream, so you have to bring in the people that are joining. So we got right from the top, we got Gus. Hi, Ed, Haley, and Vinegar Vin. Gus, why aren't you saying hi to anyone else?
There's like 1, 2. There's quite a few more people.
Yeah. Also, we got Judd. Hello, Judd. Adrian James saying hello. Hi, Eddie and Lepke Wepke. Lepke Wepke. Yo, Adrian. Yo, Adrian. We got Mousetrack saying, hey, loving the intro music. Yeah, Josh, were you jamming? Were you jamming? You were jamming. We got Hard Copy saying, what up, Gus? Horror and More, one of our great moderators. Nadia, what it do?
What do you do?
We got another great moderator, Laren. Boom. Hey, Ed, Haley, Cassidy, Cody, Eddie, Vin, Josh, Cody, Vinicio, and Henry. That's why Laren's one of the best, because he includes everyone. Also,
And in order.
Also, Boyd, I'm going to single you out here. I think your phone is making noises from you holding it.
Damn it, boy.
I've been on mute here, so I don't know. You're going to have to find another suspect.
Oh, you've been on mute.
Yeah.
Who is the damn culprit with this crackling noise?
Crackalacken.
Who
Who crackling? We'll figure it out. Everyone's saying hey to everybody. I love it. This is what I love about this. Everyone's just saying hey. We even got Cody saying, don't forget to roundhouse kick that like button. So speaking of that, man, is that going to be your your catchphrase at the end of your videos now?
I was thinking about it since people know me from that. So
yeah.
It was either I was going to go for it, or I was going to just get rid of it altogether. But I think people like it. After a while, I'm like, man, is it annoying, or do people actually like it? But I notice you say it in streams when I'm not even there. So
yeah, no,
I think people like it.
It's great. Roundhouse kick that like button. I love it.
It's a keeper.
RJ Cost K. What's going on, everyone? Hello, RJ. Let's see here. 1986, I left school in that year, says Adrian. Alrighty. Cinema Inspired. What's going on, Cinema Inspired? I don't think I can do a top 5. So hard. Glad to see my boys here. Who's the boys? Is it Vinicio and who else? Vin? Okay, Vin. All right. Awesome. We got Movie Collector chiming in here. Hi, everybody. This looks like a Brady Bunch intro. Oh, I love it. This looks like the Brady Bunch with everyone joining. Yep, it definitely does. Question, what Adam Sandler movie you didn't like? Well, don't ask Cassidy, because
I wasn't a big fan of Going Overboard. Is that what it's called?
Gems.
Uncut Gems? You didn't like Uncut Gems?
Really?
I
He
didn't.
dies at the end.
Spoiler.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I didn't like it.
All right. And
Spoiler
Cody
alert,
said
but you guys-
Going Overboard?
Yeah, is that or On Board? The one, it's like one of his earlier movies.
That
where
was
he's like
his first
a
movie.
deck boy.
On the
On deck.
yacht boat thing.
Yeah. I was not a big fan of that.
Going overboard.
Yeah, I think it's
Yep.
going. Yeah.
I got that when I was really young, and it said the F word a lot, and I was like, I can't watch that. Watched it since, but I'm fucking fine with it now.
Yeah. What movie I didn't like? I'm trying to think a movie that was really hard to get through at first.
The Ridiculous Six.
Well, I haven't seen The Ridiculous
Oh.
Six, so.
Or
What?
the Netflix one.
Well, Cassidy, I am kind of persuaded by critics a little bit, and that one even got trashed beyond belief. So
Oh my gosh.
I was
No,
like,
it's so good.
it's so good. The Ridiculous
So
Six is so good.
in it.
You couldn't get over.
Into the mic.
You could no. Wait. It was a Netflix one.
Well,
it
honestly-
was when we were in Ohio.
Honestly, Jack and Jill was hard for me to get through at first, but I have so warmed up to Jack and Jill, it's not even funny.
No.
Is it in my top 5? I don't know.
No, wait. You literally couldn't get through. You stopped watching halfway through.
I
They're
don't
on the
remember.
island or something.
I
And
don't
it's a
remember.
Netflix one.
The
Murder
Do-Over,
Mystery?
you said? The Do-Over?
I think.
Is it the Do-Over? I really enjoy the Do-Over.
With David Spade, he was a total badass.
Yeah, they're like undercover kind of thing. Yeah.
Or you thinking of the
So
wrong
good.
Missy?
No, I wouldn't. No. I'm not a big Spade guy. Not too much.
I like the
Rock Music saying, "Oh, Doyle rules." Doyle rules. Gavin, hey everyone, what's going on, Gavin? And then we got RJ saying Hubie Halloween had a great fall vibe, but I was pretty down on the movie itself. Yeah, Hubie Halloween was I enjoyed it, but Haley not too much.
I'm sorry.
Really not
I
too
feel like
much.
I'm being judged.
All right. Well, let's get into highlighting, and we're going to start with our guest of honor, the one that is the biggest fan of all. Cassidy, what is your top 5? Well, what's your number 5? Sorry.
Do I start from 1 or you want me to start from 5? We're going to go down from it? Okay.
Yeah.
So number 5.
Number 5.
It's going to be Pixels because it's great. Badass. I feel like it's so cute and like adorable, and he's just great in it. And he's a total fucking badass and like kind of nerdy, but I like it. So
number 5, Pixels.
Adorable, and he's just great in it. And he's a total fucking badass. So number 4.
No. Don't give your number 4. Don't give your number 4 yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're just doing number 5.
Also, it sounds like someone
echoing.
has like the stream on.
Or it might just be an echo.
Yeah, it sounds like someone has the stream on. So number 5 for Cassidy coming in at Pixels. What do we feel, panel? How do we feel about Pixels?
I love that movie.
Didn't see it.
I actually haven't.
Only seen it once.
Okay. All right.
Don't remember too much
I'm a
about it, to
huge
be honest.
retro gamer, so being a retro gamer, that movie fits in perfect with my life.
Benicio, you're also a game.
Yeah, Memory is the arcade.
Oh, that's
It's
right.
the arcade.
Oh my God! Wait a minute. Hold. I need to sit down.
It's the arcade. Josh, have you seen Pixels?
Honestly, forgot it existed until she said it.
Damn, Boyd. Damn.
I forgot it existed.
God, what the heck?
I didn't
guys?
realize Adam Sandler was in that.
Yeah, Pixels,
Truly.
the one where Kevin James is the
there-
president, right?
It was like a big Pac-Man.
President,
That's all I
yep.
remember.
Yeah,
It's a
Kevin
huge
James is the
Pac-Man.
president.
President can't read.
What a world!
What world do we live in where Kevin James is the president?
What timeline is that?
That's the world I want to live in.
A
All
better
right, so there is Pixels. I am curious to know how many repeats we're going to get in this, because that was one reason why this was originally going to be a top 10, but then I realized we'd be here till 1 a.m. So we had to narrow it down to 5, but I'm curious to see how many repeats we're going to get. So Pixels, number 5 for Cassidy.
Did you want her to go all the way down?
No, I want each individual person to do
Oh.
one at a time.
Oh, that's so not what you said at the beginning.
Cody, number 5.
Yep. Let me look. It's going to be 1999 Big Daddy
Yeah.
Daddy.
because I wipe my own ass. No, it's just a sweet movie. I love it, and this is exactly how I would be if I was put in that situation. I would rename him Frankenstein. I love it. I love all the characters. Scuba Steve, the little kid is great. Cole and Dylan.
Yep.
They're great. I love it. It's a go-to.
Kangaroo song.
The Kangaroo song.
Kangaroo
Hell yeah.
song.
Hip hop anonymous.
Who would like to sing the Kangaroo song?
I'm a singing kangaroo when I come
And I'm
far away. Like
I
to
love to
hop, hop, all day.
day. I can't take this shit. I can't take this shit.
And he slams the notebook on top of Rob Schneider's head.
Same cards every time. He always wins.
Douchebag kangaroo.
What's
It's
the name of
because
that?
it's because of Big Daddy that I know exactly when McDonald's stops serving breakfast. So if I'm ever on that line, I'm like, oh, I can't make it. I'm not gonna make it. I don't want to be disappointed.
Yeah, but that's like I feel like they've
No, it's still-
adjusted.
no, it's still
still
the
the same.
It went back to it was 24 hours. They did that a couple years ago. Then after the pandemic, it went back to the 10:30 bull crap.
Bastards.
Yeah.
But they still
Bastards.
serve hotcakes, I think, all day.
Also, do yourself a favor and look at the ticker right now. Do what it says right there. DoorDash yourself a Happy Meal if you'd like to. While we're doing the stream right now, it'll just make it taste that much better. That the Happy Meal will taste that much better.
That kind of sounds good.
And it's also the movie where he met his wife on, isn't it? I think she was an extra.
She was at the bar. She was serving.
Yeah.
She play that waitress or something.
soda.
Yeah.
Yep. She's the one that brings over like the drinks to the table.
Yeah.
All right. So number 5 for Cody, we got Big Daddy. Number 5 for Josh. What do we got?
Dude, I had to. It was honestly, I was thinking about what was the first Adam Sandler movie that I really, in my mind, do I remember that I saw first and that I really, really liked? and Billy Madison. That's a terrible resolution. But
You're good.
Hilarious, like Adam Sandler, Chris Farley as the bus driver, freaking Norm Macdonald as one of his buddies. I love that movie. It's still hysterical. It's like super corny now, but it's hysterical. I put it in that league of like comedy, like Tommy Boy and like stuff like that.
Yeah. Yep. Dude, Billy Madison. I mean, I think that's going to be the one we're going to hear maybe the most.
We quote it all the time.
Yeah. Literally, we'll just be hanging around. And
What day is today?
October.
Hello.
Yeah, tally hoo hoo. Like, God, like that movie. Okay, thumbs up or thumbs down? Do we feel Billy Madison could go for a sequel? No.
Benicio.
Did you see Joe Dirt 2?
I love sequels.
Joe Dirt 2 is terrible.
Cassidy, you're the one I'm most surprised that you don't want to see another Billy Madison.
I don't want it to like be ruined. That just happens a lot, and I don't want my thing down, you know.
Yeah, I gotcha. All right, so I think majority rules. We don't want to see a Billy Madison 2. Billy goes back.
I guess I'm the only one.
Again.
Billy goes to college.
Billy goes to college. There you go.
No.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
All right, so let's see. I believe next up, number 5, coming off of Billy Madison, we got Vin. What's your number 5?
All right, I feel like this one's going to be coming up in a lot of people's top 2 or 3, maybe, but my top 5. My number 5, Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
I probably have seen this movie fucking 500 times. I mean, from start to finish, it's just awesome. So many great scenes. You got Carl Weathers in there as his coach. Probably the most prolific villain in all of Sandler movies. Shooter McGavin. He's amazing. I mean, he's so quotable. Like that one scene where he's like, "Watch your back, Sandler. I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast." And Sandler's like, "You eat
pieces of shit for breakfast?"
It's so good. But yeah, number 5. I mean, it's just awesome. Everyone here knows how good this film is, but for me, it's coming to number 5.
Yeah, it's probably the best golf movie, and I don't know that there's too many golf movies, but
It's like Caddyshack.
Besides Caddyshack, what's another golf movie?
That's it.
Is it really just Happy Gilmore and Caddyshack?
No, there's like Tin Cup. It's like a romantic comedy with Kevin Costner and Renee
Never
Russo.
heard. Yeah, so really, Adam kind of like owns the golf subgenre.
Like,
now, this one, I feel like we're a little bit more on the sequel. Like out of the 2, Billy, Happy Gilmore, were par for the course on a Happy Gilmore.
I think they could totally do a Happy Gilmore too.
Yeah, because what? Oh damn, what's his name? Christopher. What's his name?
McDonald.
Yeah, Christopher McDonald. They did a thing not that long ago where they were even like playing themselves again, right? Like back and forth kind of thing.
Yeah, like the 25th anniversary or something.
Yeah, and I was like, man, these guys still got it. Like that was when Sandler had the beard, I think, a little bit. He had a beard going on.
And somebody could use another spokesman, a new spokesman.
That's right.
And the Bob Barker fight in that movie.
Oh yeah.
Bob Barker's still around too. So
Bob is 99, I believe, or 100 or something.
Sworn he was dead. I swear to God, like biggest Mandela effect ever. I could have sworn he was dead.
You thought Bob Barker died?
I thought he died.
Oh my God.
I could have sworn he died like a long time ago.
No, yeah. I think he's either 99 or 100.
Good for him.
He just turned 99.
Yeah.
They did a little reunion too when they were like, remember they did that little fight thing a couple years ago as well? That was pretty awesome.
Yep. Oh man. But instead of Bob Barker, maybe get Drew Carey. I don't know. Get Drew Carey. That'd be kind of funny, wouldn't it?
That would be
funny.
That would be awesome.
Why are we going through the Price is Right hose?
There's only been 3, I think. Was it 3 or 2? Was Bob the original, or was there someone before Bob?
I think there's 2, but I'm not a 100%.
No, I think there was somebody before Bob, wasn't there?
Was it Johnny Carson? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm about to Google it.
Yeah, someone Google it. Who was before Bob, or was Bob the OG host? While we're looking up, Vin, number 5, Happy Gilmore. Mr. Eddie's Films and Stuff. What's your number 5?
All right, so like this was the hardest one for me, number 5. I was back and forth between this one and Punch Drunk Love. So funny enough, I don't own Punch. I mean, I own Punch Drunk Love, but I don't own this choice, and it's The Longest Yard. I'll just say it. The Longest Yard.
Longest Yard.
Yeah, that's one of the few Adam Sandler movies that I've actually seen in theaters. I don't remember seeing too many of them in theaters, but that one I do remember. I saw it, and it was just like an amazing. It was a great experience, hilarious. And like as a fan of football myself, that could be why I like it a bit more. But I mean, great appearances by Michael Irvin, Nelly, Chris Rock, and just hilarious. Like probably one of the most watched Adam Sandler movies for me.
Oh yeah, dude! Hell yeah! So I actually have a list ranked out, and The Longest Yard is quite literally at the very, very bottom. The Longest Yard is my least favorite Adam Sandler movie that I've ever seen.
All right, I'll see you later. I gotta go.
But like, I don't know. It's because coming off of The Waterboy, which that's the one everyone is like, okay, so it's basically he's going back to the football thing here, and it's just like, I don't know. Coming from The Waterboy, man, like that's a hard act to beat. The Waterboy.
Well, I was gonna say he doesn't really play football in that movie, but I mean,
In which one?
The Waterboy.
Oh no, he plays football.
I know, but I know. Wow.
But it's to me
like, oh sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, just to me, like between those two, I just minor spoilers for my list. But I don't have Waterboy. I prefer Longest Yard. To me, it's funnier than Waterboy.
Okay,
that's probably like an unpopular opinion, but that's just how I feel.
Damn. That's also a remake, isn't it? There's an original Longest Yard.
Yeah, there is an original. I haven't seen that though. Has anybody else seen that one?
Yes. Yeah. It's not as funny. They really put more comedy into the new one or the
Burt Reynolds actually plays Paul Crew, right? Is it still his name, Paul Crew?
Yes, he's Paul Crew in the.
Oh, okay. Interesting. All right, gotta check it
out. Is Nelly in both? Okay, I'm kidding.
Well, they don't have The Longest Yard pops. They have Waterboy.
This is true. Yeah.
They don't have it yet.
Also, who would have thought they would have made like this many Adam Sandler pops? Like, this is absolutely nuts. Look I made a freaking pyramid out of Adam Sandler pops.
And one of them is Steve Buscemi.
They even have Steve Buscemi in here. It's absolutely crazy.
And it really does look like him.
It's great. I absolutely love it. So number 5. So we haven't had a repeat yet, right? We haven't had a repeat. That's amazing. Can we get through the whole top 5 without a repeat? I don't know. Let's see. Cody, what do we got?
All right. Well, my number 5 is going to be Grown Ups. So yeah, but this one, I think this is one of the only Adam Sandler movies I've ever actually seen in the theater. I've only seen like a handful of them theatrically, so that probably has like a little bit of biasy towards it. But honestly, it's just a really fun time. You know, it's got Adam Sandler, Kevin James, Chris Rock, David Spade, Rob Schneider. It's just like an hour and a half of them screwing around at, summer camp like they're 10 years old again. The movie's not Shakespeare, but it's a really fun
Or is it Shakespeare? We don't know. I never met Shakespeare.
Depends who you talk to, I guess.
I never met Shakespeare.
I'm surprised you haven't shown me that one.
Grown Ups? Yeah. Well, because that is probably his most leisurely one. Literally, it's the definition of filming a vacation.
Is it like PG-13 Jackass?
Huh?
Is it like PG-13 Jackass? In terms of like around.
In terms of screwing around, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
like
guy gets an arrow in the foot, so there's that.
Yeah. That's Rob Schneider, right? He gets the arrow in the foot.
Yeah, and a couple other like big physical comedy things in there. So yeah, it's kind of like Jackass for people who can't handle Jackass, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, we got the sex bots in the chat. Hello, sex bots. Welcome. Hopefully you're fans of Adam Sandler as well. Let's just highlight it in case anyone can't see it there. There we go. Look at that sex bot. We love it.
Yeah, 69 mega.
69. Had to do it.
I'm glad you did.
Our AI will help. Ooh,
Yes.
they're getting topical.
All right. So number 5 for Cody is Grown Ups. Number 5 for Vinicio, the funny horror cholo.
Funny
The
cholo.
funny cholo. The funny cholo. What do we got?
Number 5, I got Bulletproof.
Bulletproof.
Wow.
I absolutely love this movie. I feel like they're such a good match, and it's something that they've never done again, which is kind of mind-boggling to me. And I mean, I had this movie on VHS when I was a kid, used to watch it all the time. He says, yeah, me and my retarded friend here, we're trying to go to Disney. We're trying to go Disneyland. It's classic. It's so classic. And then when he's in the shower singing, what is it, Whitney Houston or something like that? Oh man, it is just fucking hilarious. This is such a great movie. I love this movie to death. This is my number 5.
Heck yeah, dude. That also got a that was turned into a TV show, right?
Really?
I think it was. I think there's a Bulletproof TV show, like a loose spin-off kind of thing.
Not
Wow.
with Adam Sandler.
Yeah, not with Adam Sandler, not with anybody. Or maybe it got a sequel. Bulletproof.
Oh,
2,
it did
something
get a
like
sequel with like 2 completely different people in it. So yeah.
Yeah.
I've never watched it, but yeah, it did have a sequel.
Yeah. For any fans of Bulletproof, are you also in that same boat where it's like, all right, so it has nothing to do with Damon Wayans and Adam Sandler, so I'm not even gonna bother watching Bulletproof 2?
That's how I was.
That's
Yeah.
how it was as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Jingle All the Way 2.
Yeah, exactly.
And Larry the Cable Guy, what the hell?
Carry the label guy.
Carry the label guy.
label guy.
Fucking carry the label guy. All right. Wow, we haven't had a single repeat. This is absolutely incredible. I hope you're not switching your lists around so we don't get repeats. Number 5, Boyd. What do we got?
Oh, not a repeat. 50 First Dates. That's my
50
number
First
5.
Dates.
Super memorable, great chemistry.
Hold
Great
on.
location.
Hold on. It's funny that you say it's super memorable. I'm just gonna say it's funny.
Yeah, yeah, because of amnesia, right? But, otherwise, just a great movie. Really, I was fighting a lot with this list, and I was trying to figure out where to put that. I think it's smack dab in the middle. I originally did 10, right in the middle. Love it.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Panel, how do we feel about 50 First Dates without spoiling if it's in your list?
Love it.
It's a good one. I just watched that last night, and it's a fun watch.
Yeah. What you gave it 3 stars on your letterbox, right?
Well, yeah, but it's fun.
Called out.
It would have made my top 10
It would have made your top 10. Okay.
if we did the top 10. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. So we will go to Haley here. What's your number 5?
Also not a repeat, surprisingly enough. My number 5 is Punch Drunk Love.
Punch Drunk Love. We
His
have that copy.
First Criterion.
His first Criterion, which we do own, but we also want to show some love to the DVD. So here you go. There's that DVD. I think that's the superior cover, actually.
It is, sure.
I actually like that cover better than the one they went with for the Criterion.
The one where it's like the silhouetted.
It's basically literally the end of the movie. Yeah. There's the end there. It's got a nice little fold out thing here. Hold that just real quick. It's got a nice little card thing here. It's
Actually, nice packaging for a DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a DVD.
So
Criterion.
Wow.
Punch Drunk Love.
Yeah, I
Go ahead.
mean, it's so because right. I'm sorry to break your heart, Cassidy, but like initially, like a year ago, I was not an Adam Sandler fan, like whatsoever. I thought he was like right. I thought he was like cringe. Like I don't know, just something about his humor didn't like sit well with me.
But
So
I came in and I was like,
Yeah.
no, you're gonna actually like
like
Adam
you're gonna
Sandler.
like him
You're
whether
gonna like
you
Adam
want to or
Sandler.
not. And I was like, fine. And I'm pretty sure this was the first one you showed me.
Because I was like, all right, maybe you need to see him as a dramatic actor.
Like maybe because like from what you remember, like I'm gonna do a 180. Like
Yeah.
just like ease my toes into the Sandlerverse.
The Sandlerverse.
And I was like, wow, this is like a movie, like an actual
is like a
cinema
movie.
film. And then from there, I was like, all right, I'll watch more.
Yep.
And yeah, you'll obviously like he doesn't have really much dramatic roles, and my list will surprise and shock. But I have to give number 5 to Punch Drunk Love.
Punch Drunk Love. Number 5 for me is going to be the first repeat of the list. It's going to be Big Daddy. This is actually I don't know if it's a direct remake or if it's inspired by, but this is very similar to Charlie Chaplin's The Kid from 1921. So this is basically the updated version of that movie. So if you like Big Daddy, go check out The Kid. We're actually doing a watch along coming up here on the channel, not sometime in February.
Give Silent Films a chance.
But yeah, this movie, I mean, God, like, look at this, like, come on. Scuba Sam, Scuba Steve's father. And
get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head.
I honestly think this has one of the best child performances I've ever seen from Colin Dillon Sprouse. Because you know, typically kids kind of suck. So this is like one of the movies that made me go, wow, kid actors can actually be good. So they're absolutely adorable. I can never tell when they switch them out. I don't know. Can anyone else tell when they switch them out?
No.
They switch them out?
They switch them out?
Yeah, man. They
On
switch them out,
Disney
dude.
Channel, they're right next to each other, so it's kind of hard to switch them out. But like,
So which one's the one that did that saliva trick? Or was that like
right?
CGI'd in there or whatever? Oh yeah.
Was that CGI or was that legit?
CGI.
I can never watch that scene. Like, I don't get grossed out easily, but something about that scene makes me want to vom.
Every dude's done that before at some point.
Would anybody like to try? Would anybody like to try?
I have
No?
dry mouth right now.
Maybe off
maybe
camera.
later.
I think it's
Maybe
like
later.
beers and I'll get
Perhaps later.
saliva going.
So
Maybe
yeah,
the
Big
sex
Daddy.
spots come back.
Big Daddy.
Maybe
Oh yeah, right. Damn it. Hopefully no one blocked the sex box because they're probably getting off right now. So there we go. Big Daddy and number 5. Let's go over to the chat, see if anyone is agreeing, disagreeing, what we got going on here. We got Movie Collector chiming in. I love when Adam Sandler did a song for Chris Farley. Very emotional.
Oh, I cried.
Yeah, we saw that live when he did his tour, and
Yeah, and I
literally to
cried.
be in the seats we were in, we were kind of raised up, and we could see the entire arena lighting up their phones.
flashlight.
Yep.
God, it was like heaven opening up kind of thing. It was very strange, but it was very cool.
That's a good one.
Yep. Big Daddy, baby. I don't like Jack and Jill. Don't mess with the Zohan. Chuck and Larry. 8 Crazy Nights. I never finished. That's my boy. Well, rock music forever. There's some gems in there. I must say there are some gems in there.
Yeah, chill out, man.
Gus, 51st Dates was my favorite Adam Sandler, followed by Uncut Gems and Punch Drunk Love.
That's a good mix.
That is a good mix. Yeah, that's a good mix. Rest in peace, Norm. Yeah, freaking Norm, man.
Norm never says much, but when he does.
When he does, I laugh my ass off when Norm Macdonald speaks. Grown Ups is one of my top 5. Okay, very cool. We got Leave Billy Alone. But like, is Adam Sandler girl single? Whoa, she's actually married. She's actually married.
To Adam Sandler.
Yeah, to Adam Sandler. I need to get my sand on. I've only seen 3 of his movies. Nadia.
Oh no.
Nadia, is one of them
That's
Hotel
not
Transylvania?
enough.
Or actually, it's probably all 3 of the Hotel Transylvania. Because she's the horror gal.
Oh my god, I thought I saw the least amount of it.
Yeah, right.
You got me
Nadia over
beat.
here. Happy Gilmore 2. Happy goes to the Masters. I'm telling you, please give us a Happy Gilmore sequel before everyone
Croaks.
starts getting too old for it. We got Kevin in here. Kevin, what's going on, Kevin? Yep, there she is. Kevin. There's the sex spots. We don't want to highlight them anymore. Probably say my 4th is Billy Madison. 5th is Click. The rest of his movies never seen. Gus.
Well, so you saw enough for a top 5.
Oh my God, Gus. And to think I was going to invite you. Movie Collector. He was funny in Anger Management. Adam Sandler and Jack Nicholson were great together. I was surprised I was able to get Jack Nicholson in a movie.
It was certainly a film.
I was surprised. What we got here? Brendan, my fave is at Airheads. There we go. Some love for Airheads. I missed the sex. Damn it. I'm sure they'll be back. Gavin. All right, so there we go. Top 5. Also, everyone in the chat, feel free. Let us know what your top 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is as we go along here. But we're going on to number 4. Cassidy, take it away.
I'm gonna get a lot of crap for this, but Jack and Jill. and I was with
Wow.
you on
Oof.
watching it and hating it at first. But I think he's like just so adorable being Jill. Like he plays that kind of like asshole in every role, but then like you get to see that like over dramatic girly side of it, but it's like also just adorable. Where were you? Like that's a fucking hilarious. Also Al Pacino.
Al
Like they got
Pacino,
him
yeah,
to
yeah.
do that.
Yep.
So Jack and Jill,
I'm really
100%.
surprised that made somebody's list.
Because I asked you, right? I was like, I wonder if Jack and Jill is going to be in anyone's top
I'm
5.
shocked.
Go, go.
How do we feel, panel? How do we feel, Jack and Jill?
Not that-
I own it, and I'm not really sure why.
Watch it again.
So this is a true story. Me and my buddy, we went to go see Jack and Jill in theaters before anyone told us, or before everyone was saying it was bad or whatever. So we went and saw it, and there was a bunch of kids everywhere. And during the middle of the movie, me and my friend looked at each other and we're like, we're laughing harder than these kids. So we enjoyed it way more than we should have. And I love that movie.
Yeah.
It's not my top 5, but it's an honorable
It's
mention
good.
for sure.
I don't know if this is a hot take, but I think because usually Adam Sandler has really good chemistry with whoever is playing his love interest. I think him and Katie Holmes are maybe, I think, the worst couple.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
believe them for a second. Like Katie Holmes looks like she's really unhappy to be in the movie. like,
Stiff almost.
yeah, really stiff. Like typically he makes anybody like really shine in the movie, like if they're the love interest. But for some reason, Katie Holmes was just not doing it for me with that one.
It wasn't about Katie. It was about Jill. Okay.
So,
Let her shine.
Speaking
Yeah,
to that, though, I just watched Hustle last night, or the night before, and I agree with you that he always has really good chemistry with like his love interest. But in Hustle with Queen Latifah,
Queen
I feel like
Latifah, yes.
I feel like that connection I didn't get, and that into that same vibe, that connection didn't do it for me in that film.
That one did take me by surprise as well.
Of all the people that could have been his wife, Queen
Queen
Latifah
Latifah.
was the last person I.
Yeah, that was a bizarre choice to cast. All right, so there we go. Number 4, sorry. Jack and Jill. Cody Lepke, what's your number 4?
Julia Gulia.
Julia Gulia.
This is not her. Yeah, her. She is his best co-star. That
Absolutely, I think we can all agree.
whenever they get together, it's magic. I love it. And this was this was an 80s movie, or set in the 80s before it was cool to be set in the 80s. Great music as Billy Idol, and it has the best song ever, I Want to Grow Old with You.
Yes.
So definitely 1998's The Wedding Singer.
The song that he closes his tour out with.
Yep.
Like redone.
But
Yeah,
redone.
redone. I do
Redone
wish
a
it was the
little bit.
original one. But yeah.
But it's so good because when he does it, he, in case anyone doesn't know, he plays like a retrospective of his entire career behind him. And then he kind of thanks the audience for growing old with him. And it just makes you reminisce. Like when you see that, you're like, wow, like we really have kind of grown up with you in a way. Like it's very weird to think.
And who doesn't? Yeah, and who doesn't want to get paid in meatballs?
Good old paid in meatballs. Yeah, but like back to the Al Pacino thing, and then of course to the Billy Idol thing. He has a way of roping in people that you wouldn't think he could rope in. Jack Nicholson, he roped in. He roped in Queen Latifah. Christopher Walken, he brought into a movie. It's just like, how do you get these people? It's like,
well, and even Johnny Depp is in
Jack and Jill.
And why?
Oh my God, it's so
He's
good.
the Sandman.
He's the Sandman. He's the Sandman. Look, Gavin over here agrees. The Wedding Singer rules. Yes, The Wedding Singer does rule. Did anybody see it when it was on Broadway? No.
Did not. Nope.
No.
Did anybody know it was on Broadway?
I was just about to ask that, Cassie. I was about to say, did anyone know it got turned into a Broadway musical?
No again.
Nope. I did. So when I was in New York, I saw it. I did not see it, but I saw it at the tickets booth, and it was going for pretty cheap. Like not many people were going to it.
It was a short-lived production. It was a short-lived production.
Around the pandemic, right? Right before that.
No, I want to say it was
Maybe not.
actually earlier than the pandemic.
Okay.
It was Cody. It was around the time whatever that edition of the movie that you have is. Like, is there a date on that Totally Awesome edition? Because it has like a bonus feature for the Broadway, right?
It does have a Wedding Singer Broadway featurette. Oh
Yeah. So what's the date on there? Like at the bottom, the copyright. I don't know if you're able to see it or not.
Yeah, I'm in the dark.
Because then that'll kind of give you an idea. I want to say it's early 2010s. I want to say it's around 2013.
It's probably like the 10th anniversary since it's still in DVD format.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh, also, Bob Barker was the original host of Price is Right.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. It wasn't Johnny Carson. God damn it.
Nope. Only him and then Drew Carey.
Drew Carey.
Why the fuck Drew Carey? Where does that?
Whose line? That's it.
I love Whose Line.
Like,
All right,
just-
so-
Who doesn't?
All right, so this is actually being turned into a top 5 Drew Carey movies. Go.
but it's like we're the executives in the office, and they're like, "Well, what the fuck's Drew Carey up to? Do we have him on anything?" Or
Does anyone know this fun fact? There's actually a producer on The Price is Right named Adam Sandler, and it's not Adam Sandler. It's another Adam Sandler.
I think I've seen that before too, and I was like, "Damn, is Adam Sandler really a producer?"
Nope, it's a totally different Adam Sandler. Can you imagine being known as Adam Sandler but not Adam Sandler? I would change my name. I think. I think I would change my name.
So Eddie, it does not say the date on it, or I'm not finding it, but it does have Dumb and Dumber 2 thing inside of it. So that's probably around 2018, 2017.
Interesting. I don't know why I thought it was earlier. I don't know. Laren, you're our fact checker. Can you check on the Wedding Singer Broadway show when it premiered? I want to say it's earlier than 2018, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, because this would have been a Blu-ray then, so that's not correct.
Yeah, it's interesting.
My theories are not correct.
Josh, number 4.
oh, okay. So this honestly, I don't know how you guys feel, but this shit was pretty hard. It was. I mean, Eddie gave me like, I don't know, three or 4 days to prepare for this, but it was like, I don't know, because he said like, yeah, top 10 Sandler movies. I was like, boom, easy. But then when we went to top 5, it was like, and I wrote all mine out because I don't want to change it, but this one was hard to place in my top 5, and that is, and also I can't dig out my physical copies; they're all in boxes and shit. But
50 First Dates.
Again, the whole Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore, the Sandler Moore chemistry is always, it's like unmatched. Like it's never cringe. They always hit it. I also have this like soft spot for movies based in Hawaii. I don't know what it is. It's like that like you like watch a movie like that and you're like, we should plan a trip to Hawaii. Like that shit looks pretty. All kinds of quotable lines from that movie. My honestly of that whole movie, the line I still say to this day is, "Hey, peanut butter cups."
Yeah.
Hey, peanut butter cups.
Y'all want to put peanut butter cup in your eggs?
Right. Like, it's just funny as shit. It's not like, I feel like Adam Sandler has a bunch of different Adam Sandlers that you get in the movie. So you have like Billy Madison, right? Over the top Sandler. 50 First Dates is kind of like a medium Sandler where like he's still funny as shit, but can still carry himself as a normal person. And then you have like Uncut Gems, which was a complete fucking tragedy, but we're not talking about that right now. So, but yeah, 50 First Dates, number 4.
50 First Dates, number 4. Panel, how do we feel? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I can't imagine anyone thumbs it down. I can't imagine. No, okay. Yeah, that's sort of one of his. I feel like when we're looking back 50 years from now, that's sort of going to be because again it's that middle chapter currently, that middle chapter of the Sandler Moore trilogy. So hopefully we do get more. I don't know. It's coming up on the 10-year since Blended, so
Which got put on the HBO Max.
which Blended got put on HBO Max. So we're all on our knees here, begging and pleading
She's busy with her own show.
Yeah, she's got the Drew Barrymore show now, but God damn it. Yeah, 50 First Dates, man. I'm sure that's going to appear on quite a few lists here. Vin, is it your number 4?
It's not my number 4. So my number 4, I have the hard copy here in a kind of a dual format, and that is here's the disc, but I'm going with Mr. Deeds.
Mr. Deeds.
Mr. D.
I think this film, I mean, from start to finish, it's great. And kind of touching on what he was saying, this is like Sandler, where he kind of pulls back a little bit, and he's not super over the top, a la a Happy Gilmore or Billy Madison or something crazy. He actually portrays a really soft character. At the same time, he's a complete badass. I mean, he wins all these fights in the movie and stuff. But then you got John Turturro, amazing as the butler. He alone is amazing. And then you have Peter Gallagher as one of the cool villains that kind of goes against Adam Sandler. So the supporting cast, and this is great. I love the small town feel of where he came from, and what's the name of it? His hometown in this film. I'm drawing a blank.
Damn it! What is it? Oh my God! Mandrake Falls. Mandrake Falls.
I love his greeting cards. I love everything about this film. I love that it has a little bit more heart than some of his films might. This one's just great. And I was talking to my wife about this film a couple days ago when I told her I was going to do the stream, and I actually had this film at my number 5, but then I remembered how much me and my wife, like, this was one of the first films that me and her watched together when we were like kind of in the courtship process. And it was like, God, this movie is just so freaking good, like on all levels. Like, I love Mr. Deeds so much, and it's taken the number 3 spot for me.
That's also
number 4, right? Number 4?
4.
Okay.
Isn't that also a remake?
That is also a remake. Yeah, there's an original called Mr. Deeds Goes to Town from Frank Capra, the director of It's a Wonderful Life. So,
I think you underestimate my sneakiness.
I mean, I feel like
Hawaiian Punch.
Look, I feel like when we watched that movie, we all collectively wanted to install a water fountain in our homes and then make it shoot out Hawaiian Punch.
Oh, another part of that film that's so amazing, John McEnroe.
Yes.
So good. That whole scene with John McEnroe where he almost gets hit by that car, leaps over it, Matrix style. And then Adam Sandler's like, "What kind of driving is that?" Or no, Johnny McEnroe's like, "What kind of driving is that? You're a fucking disgrace."
You're a fucking disgrace.
So good.
But yeah, no, that is weird because he Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon jumps up in the air.
They were like, it was a very normal movie, and then they just said, "Fuck it, we're just gonna make this guy do a fucking Crouching Tiger in this shit." Didn't matter.
Oh my God, that movie's great. Go ahead, do your hot take because you're full of hot takes here. We literally turned that movie on, and about 20 minutes in, you were like, I can't do it tonight. I can't do it.
I look at her face. How could I
watched it last night?
Yeah, I mean, so when initially, like when we put on another movie that it ended up, it's in my list, so I'm not gonna say it in for spoilers. It like made me mad, but like
Mr. Deeds made you mad?
No, the movie that we watched like a year ago
okay, gotcha,
made me mad, and like I got through it. And now I'll get to that story later. But when we watched Mr. Deeds, I don't know. It just like pissed me off. Something about it pissed me off.
Good Lord.
And like I was just like, I was just going to power through it because I hate leaving them finished. And I couldn't do it. Like, I just couldn't do it. Yeah. I don't know why. I mean, you guys having a bad day.
Yeah. Mr. Deeds. It's how do we feel about Winona Ryder?
Makes me hate her. I don't know.
Makes you hate her?
Yeah, like partly because I'm jealous, but also partly like you're trying to have a baby like that. Like, no, I'm just. But I think it's also like that's one of like the few movies that he's like a genuine, sincere, nice guy. because he really does play that kind of like asshole part a lot of the time. So like I think that that's what's like very endearing about it. Is
Yeah.
he's actually like genuinely a good guy, and you don't really get to see him in that aspect a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And then much like Big Daddy, Mr. Deeds as well, Steve Buscemi shines in that movie. In his small role as Crazy Eyes, he's so good.
Yeah.
Maybe he was just
Maybe he was just waving.
spell.
For the longest time, and I find it funny that they packaged them together, but for the longest time when I was little, I thought Mr. Deeds was a sequel to Big Daddy because there's so many like, because one, this was before I realized he just looks the same in every movie, but this was when I was like, oh my God, it's like he looks like that character in the Big Daddy thing. It's in New York City. He's almost in like the same kind of clothes in a way. Like, is this a sequel to Big Daddy? And like, where's the kid? Like, did he get rid of the kid? Like, oh wait, but he does get rid of the kid at the end of Big Daddy. So like all this stuff.
But he does have a kid.
Yeah. But like, it's funny. It's funny that they packaged them together like that, because when that happened, it brought back that memory. I was like, oh, like this is the perfect combo right here. Cause it is like the closest associated movies, you know, like you couldn't say, I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry is a direct sequel to Big Daddy. It's like, where's the connection there? Like, I don't know what the connection is. So let's see, Eddie, what's your number 4?
All right, so my number 4, I'm gonna copy Josh here, show my phone off. Goose Rabba. I don't know if you can see that.
Yep, we got you. Anger management.
Yeah, I mean, Jack Nicholson's great in it. It's just super funny. I just love how everything's going wrong for Adam Sandler's character, like the whole movie, from when he's on the plane and just gets like tased. Like, sir, calm down. It's like, I'm calm.
This is a very difficult time for our country.
Exactly. And then like the whole like monk scene is hilarious, and they're just driving away. I mean, yeah, that movie's just awesome, man. I love it. And again, speaking of John Turturro, he's amazing in that as well. He like just plays this crazy character, like, yeah. I mean, Rudy Giuliani, just a great all around cast, and it's probably, yeah. I mean, obviously, I love it. Top four movie for me.
Top 4. For me, the funniest moment of that movie is Kevin Nealon as the lawyer. He's like, Your Honor, we don't even know if this man's blind. He's so good. Kevin Nealon is so good. When he came out on stage for the tour, for me, he was the highlight. Besides Sandler, he was the best of the guests.
Like the openers.
Yeah, Kevin Nealon killed it in Savannah, Georgia. Cody, was he there for you?
He was not, but I've seen him before.
Oh my God, he was great. And I really hope he's there for you, Cassidy. Kevin Nealon. God, he is great, Kevin Nealon.
He was great in Weeds too.
Yes.
Never seen Weeds.
He was great in that show too.
But yeah, he's
he's
sort of one of the lesser regulars, right? When it comes to Sandler, like Kevin Nealon's not in too many of Sandler's movies. To the degree of like a Rob Schneider or
Yeah, maybe not as much, but I feel like he's in quite a few. I don't know. Not as much as his regulars though.
Not as much, yeah. All right. How do we feel? How do we feel about Mr. Deeds, and how do we feel about anger management?
I like them both.
Yeah.
Like them both. Thumbs up. Looks like we're no hate going on here. Josh, you're muted.
That's why I said a couple things. I was like, yeah, that's cool. Ignore me. All right. What the hell was I saying? Oh, no, both killers, but just not in my top 5. But I love both of those movies. My favorite line from fucking Anger Management is, his name's not Big Fat Cat, it's Meatball. I can relate to that because like Eddie, you know I'm a cat guy. I got 5 cats, and I hate when people don't insult my cats.
I hate people, period. I hate people.
His name's Meatball.
Oh my God.
That's another great Marissa Tomei, another great love interest that he really connects with.
I disagree.
Why is
that? And maybe it's the movie because they have an issue right from the get kind of thing. But again, like similar, not to the degree of Katie, but Marissa Tomei, I don't think has much chemistry with Sandler.
I think it's pretty good.
I mean, back me up here, guys. What do y'all think?
It's funny to watch you squirm. I'm sorry.
Like, we can't be there. I mean,
I don't think it's the worst, but it's definitely not. It's no Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right, I retract my statement, guys.
Yeah, Eddie, you're out. Get out of here.
You're voted off the
hold on.
island.
Also, I just thought about this. Currently in the stream, we have 2 Eddies, 2 Codys, and 2 Vins.
I know.
Portrait and a pear tree.
That's absolutely nuts. I just realized that.
Did you plan this?
I did plan it, but Cody, and not Lepke, Cody Brokop. Go ahead, number 4.
I think I'm gonna lose my mind.
Okay, so this is one of the only ones on my list I don't actually own a physical copy of. So just pretend this sexy Ian Malcolm is my pick here. My number 4 is going to be Airheads. So yeah, I think the other Cody's got plenty of Airheads representation on his end, so thank you for that. But yeah, that was a movie I think I got into, I want to say like a year and a half ago, and I just really enjoyed it through and through. It's such a silly premise, like this amateur rock band kind of unintentionally hijacking a radio station, and of course you've got Brendan Fraser and Steve Buscemi as the other 2 main leads, and it just got a really great relatively all-star cast there as well. I think Chris Farley was in there as well, Michael McKean. It's not one of the Adam Sandler movies you hear people talk about too much, but hearing him and Brendan Fraser kind of reflect on it with a couple like actors on actors roundtable interviews recently, was like, oh yeah, that was actually a really fun time. So it made me think about that, and now it's on my list.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up. Why did I highlight Vin there? Hold on, let me get Vin out of here.
Thank
Vin's
God.
gone. He dipped.
Must be wearing those
that's so
invisible
funny.
glasses.
We have that physical copy too.
Oh yeah, we love Airheads.
Oh
Look at it.
shit! What's
We love
up?
Airheads. But yeah, no, that Airheads has come back around because of Brendan and the Whale. He's talked about it quite a bit. So it's sort of getting a resurgence, a little bit of a resurgence for Airheads. Has anyone watched Airheads while eating an Airhead?
No.
That's too much Airheads, man. That's no.
Maybe.
Oh.
I've seen it like 1,000 times and I watched it. So maybe. Who knows? Who knows what I did when I watched this movie?
Close that door.
Josh, you're muted again.
Damn it. Sorry, I've been doing that because my cat's running around. But side note, I did time it one time to where I ordered a plain cheese pizza and then put on Home Alone 2 right when he's getting in the limo and they hand him the cheese pizza, because that's one of those things where you watch it and you're like, fuck, I want a cheese pizza right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
But no one watches Airheads and wants an Airhead? No?
Well,
Okay.
I know what I'm doing after the stream.
Yeah, straight up.
Okay, so I feel like Airheads is not too like I personally have never seen Airheads. Like, am I in the minority here?
I don't want to
Yes,
say
you have
anything,
the
but I've
physical
never seen
copy.
it.
What the fuck is that deal about?
I've never seen it either.
Not mine. I haven't seen it.
Cody,
I
that would
like
be
it.
great
I
if
like
you
Airheads,
hadn't
but-
seen it. That would be great if you hadn't seen it and you have all this like love for it.
Well, in the chat earlier when I messaged everyone, I was all like, I don't like Adam Sandler. I think he's juvenile. I felt like people were just like, wait, is he serious?
Yeah.
We knew you were kidding.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Like Adam Sandler stream. I thought you were talking about the producer from Price is Right.
Yeah,
Not this guy.
that guy's overrated.
It's a stream for the producer of Person's Right.
Oh my god.
I'm
I
a
love
huge
it.
fan of The Price is Right, guys.
Yeah, no, I'm out. Wrong stream, guys.
Benicio, save us. Number 4.
Number 4. The cover of this movie, I think, got like water damage on it, so I apologize. But
the water boy?
it's gonna be
Oh my
50
god.
Pro Dates. It's
The
gonna be
water.
Yeah. Benicio, I'm gonna send you a better copy. God damn.
Yeah, it's all messed up. I'm sorry. But yeah, I love this film. Just like how Josh was saying, me and my lady, I think every single time we talk about eggs, we're like, oh, you put some peanut butter cup in your eggs. I mean, it's so quotable. It's such a really kind of heartwarming story. At the end, it kind of makes me want to tear up every single time. It's I couldn't imagine being able to wake up every morning and not remember who my kids are, and have to be explained that all over again. It's hilarious along the way and has a powerful, meaningful story. And I absolutely love this movie. Awesome.
Panel?
Yeah.
Yep, that one again. I just watched that last night, so it's really, really fresh in my mind. But it is like a really original storyline to have somebody who can't remember anything from day to day like that. And I shared one thing on my Instagram story of Rob Schneider kind of being an asshole, but he's really funny in that movie too.
Yeah.
That copy looked like it went through 50 First Dates.
That's a like when you go to Sandler's concerts, people usually cosplay as characters, but you'll see a lot of people cosplaying as Rob Schneider from 50 First Dates. So it's really cool to see that.
Oh, and what's his name? Sean Astin, Doug.
Yeah,
Sean Astin, yeah.
Yep. That
Like
fucking
the mesh shirt. With
Yeah.
Yep. Also, someone's phone is like going off and creating a really wild ringing noise throughout the thing.
That's not
why
me. Nobody texts me.
she's directing.
Yeah, I could hear that too. It's
Damn,
loud.
Eddie.
Also, we have yet to figure out who's the crackling.
It's all right. It's all right. I've let go of the crackling. So okay, 50 First Dates for Benicio, and finally, Boyd, number 4. Where are you coming around to?
All right. So me and my wife watched this movie for the first time last night, and I realized that critics really hate this movie, but we enjoyed it. Sandy Wexler.
Sandy Wexler.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm going for. And my wife brought up there's a lot of celebrities in this movie. To your point earlier, how he always finds so many celebrities. There's a ton in this movie, but it's really enjoyable. I laughed a lot. It was really enjoyable.
And that's who's the love interest in that? Like that? Well, not love interest, but it's
Jennifer Hudson.
Jennifer Hudson.
I could have sworn this was your last movie
What?
in your Sandler
Sandy
ranking.
Wexler? No, I actually really enjoy Sandy Wexler. It's like the comedic version of Hustle in a way. Because he's like
Is
a
that-
talent scout kind of thing.
Is that one of
Yeah.
the Netflix ones?
Yeah,
It's one of the
exactly.
Netflix movies. Yeah.
I never got around to that one.
And just
Yeah.
spoiler alert, when they kill the raccoon, I was just like, what the hell?
I'm not watching it now.
Yeah, that was my wife's least favorite part.
Yeah, like it explodes
It's like
or
they
whatever. I
just
was like,
shot blood
dang.
across the yard. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
see,
just
Personally, if I was the person casting for, and I don't know if it's Adam himself, but if I was casting for Hustle, I would have been like, instead of Queen Latifah, maybe do you want to do another movie with Jennifer Hudson? Because
Better.
I just thought
chemistry,
they-
for sure. Yeah.
I just thought they worked a lot better. And again, I haven't seen that movie in a long time, so I don't think she developed into a love interest for him, right?
Oh no, they got married. Yeah.
Oh, they do? They get married?
And Sandy Wexler. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then there you go. So yeah,
we
so
just watched it last night, so
yeah,
really good. Yeah.
very good. Yeah, no, Sandy Wexler is great. Like it literally opens with a montage of celebrity cameos. It's so good. I who has seen Sandy Wexler in the panel?
Nah.
It wasn't my favorite. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
Not in my top 10.
Like something.
Have you seen Cassidy? Have you seen every Adam ever?
Like, yeah, 100%.
Yeah?
I
100%.
like literally look forward to like the new ones coming out, like Murder Mystery 2 coming out here soon. But like I'm just saying, like even if I don't like them, I'll still watch it. Like Sandy, I've only watched twice. It wasn't my favorite. Maybe I'll try it again. I don't know. It wasn't my favorite.
I love it. I've only watched it twice.
I wish those Netflix movies. I wish you could own them, man. But they're not releasing them on Blu-ray, and I really wish they did.
We did a
That's
contract with them, right?
Yeah.
Was what it
Yeah, he
was is
does.
he had a
Yeah.
contract.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think
But-
it was just for the 4. I only watched. I think.
I feel like they extended it though. Like they wanted like a few
He
more.
had to. Yeah,
yeah,
He
he was
had
the
to.
first
There's
celebrity
so
to do
many
that too.
originals of his now.
Mhm.
Sometimes I don't know, Sandler is one of those people. Sometimes I watch some of his movies and I'm like, did that movie suck or was I just in a bad mood watching
Yeah.
that? Like,
There's a lot of movies that are like that though. You know, have you
Yeah.
ever watched a movie and you're in a bad mood and you're like, shit, I really didn't like that movie. Then you rewatch it later on, you're like, holy fuck, what the hell was I thinking? You know, your mood has a lot to do with it. I feel like.
the,
Yeah.
Like
the
me
one
with Mr. Deeds.
The one with Chris Rock with the two families. I can't remember.
The week of.
Yeah. That one. The first time I watched it, I was like, "That was ass," and then it's actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's not
Agreed.
It's top 5, but it's actually pretty funny.
I agree.
Awesome. Sandy Wexler. Yeah. I honestly, Boyd, I didn't think that was going to get any love from anyone tonight. So I appreciate you shouting that one
Well,
out.
you said Jack and Jill. You were wondering if it's on somebody's list. I'm thinking of a movie, and I'm not going to say it to potentially influence anybody's list. But so far, the movie I'm thinking of that
Hasn't appeared.
has not appeared.
All right. Haley, your number.
Well, along with Boyd's comment, like I'm also surprised, like how panned this movie is, because honestly, it's an objectively good movie. I mean, sure it has some like fart joke or whatever, but like what Adam Sandler movie doesn't have fart joke? My number 4 is Click.
There we go. Click.
Click. Honestly, like in terms of like the Sandler spectrum, this is the middle movie for me. Like it's like equal parts haha funny, stupid, and then serious. Like this movie, like I don't know how to even like where to even begin with it. And then you have Christopher Walken. I love Christopher Walken. What's his name? Morty.
Morty. Yep,
Yeah,
Morty.
I don't know. And it takes itself seriously in the parts that matter. In the part, and when it does, it honestly is like, and I know it's like ripoff of what?
Everyone compares it to It's a Wonderful Life and Back to the Future is what it usually gets compared to.
I disagree. I disagree.
Yep. And we'll round it out with, and then we'll talk about it. Number 4, Happy Gilmore. This is I had the 2-pack, the Billy Madison Happy Gilmore 2-pack, but I was like, nah, like these movies deserve to be on their own. So obviously, this is I think one of his best 90s comedies, if not his best 90s comedy. And again, back to the golf thing. Since we talked about it earlier, I still haven't thought of another golf movie outside of Caddyshack and Happy Gilmore. And then Tin Cup. Whatever the fuck that thing
Rush
is.
out and get that right away.
Yeah. So there we go. Happy Gilmore and Click.
What if you had
what if you had a universal remote control that remote controlled your universe?
I don't want it. I don't want it.
I'm still trying to find out what the beyond is.
I think it would always be cool to go back, but I wouldn't want to go forward.
Like that's so scary. Like to think of. Like he just kind of lost control, like spoiler, of his life. And his like it really makes you appreciate your life.
Oh, for sure.
It sounds cool to have that feature, but oh, I don't want to go to work today. Let's fast forward to that. But then you just all of a sudden fast forward, oh, I want the promotion. Fast forward to 10 years from now. It's like, oh, that got out of hand real quick. Like you don't think like that. When you wish for something, you actually don't really think about all the things that could happen with that. And that movie, it starts off as a comedy and then it side checks you and you're crying in the theater.
Big time.
Like my only gripe with it is like it was all a dream, like cliche ending, but like I could forgive it because of the lead up to it. Like if anything, like yeah, it's super cliche, but I actually like feel relieved. Like all my stress was gone.
Well, that's the power,
Like,
I
he
think,
has
of
a
the
second
movie.
chance now.
That's the power
I
of the
think
movie.
that's also part of it.
Yeah, I took it as it wasn't a dream. It was just a second, like it kind of just turned into a dream because he was getting a second chance. That could have been just my thoughts on that.
Yeah, because Christopher Walken was like death, so he gave him a second chance because he saw what he fucked up on. So that's where I kind of got out of it.
Not to take your life for granted, too.
Exactly.
I think that's like his clicks, though, kind of started where you see him starting to get into like more of like the family meaningful roles.
Right.
I think like even with Grown Ups, what you're talking about, like it's PG Jackass, but like add kids to it. So I think that when he started doing more of that, you see a lot more like family aspect dynamic in a lot of his movies after. It went from like the 90s goofy funny to starting to be more relatable, I guess. I don't know. He's growing old.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
That's the first Sandler movie I actually saw. I remember seeing that in theaters and walking into it was like, this is going to be funny as shit. And then you leave the theater and like you want to call your mom and be like, "What are you up to?"
Yep.
And the like moral of that movie reminds me of and it just popped up in my Facebook memories the other day. Have you guys seen Passengers with Chris Pratt?
Yeah.
Yes.
They're-
Yes.
Phenomenal movie, but there's this crazy ass there's a bartender on this spaceship that he's stuck on for the remainder of his life or whatever, and the bartender says this quote, and I just pulled it up, and it says, "You can't get so hung up on where you'd rather be that you forget to make the most of where you are. Take a break from worrying about what you can't control. Live a little." But that's actually, I try to incorporate that like every day because I'm somebody, I get pretty high strung sometimes, but I always try to, in the back of my mind, realize like it's going to be all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, literally, Click
You're my
made, Click literally like made me rethink the way I live my life. An Adam Sandler movie made me rethink the way I live my life. Like in like taking even the mundane, like, oh, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to do whatever. But it's in those moments where, you know, anything could happen. Like anything, you might learn a little. You might, I don't know.
Yep.
Experience something. I don't know, but you just don't take anything for granted.
We did a process of elimination. I'm just gonna say, Vinicio, do you think you can unplug or whatever? Because it does sound like the clicking's coming from your side, and I just
Should I come out and come back in?
If you want to try that, yeah. If you want to try that,
Yeah, I got you.
All right, there we go. Everyone else was hearing that, right? Like the clicking, like the constant clicking.
Yeah.
Noise. Okay. LOL, didn't know he's in Hotel Transylvania. I've only seen Click, 50 First Dates, and Baby Daddy.
Did you
Baby
mean
Daddy.
Big Daddy?
He could be my baby daddy, man.
Spanglish.
Yeah, Spanglish is underrated.
It is.
English.
It
I don't
is.
know. I think it fits right to where it's supposed to be.
I think
Cassidy,
the
how does your husband feel about this Adam Sandler obsession?
He honestly is like partly why I have most of this stuff.
I'm
He
curious. Does he
supports
look
it. My wedding bouquet literally had Adam Sandler pictures, and we got married to that song. So he knew what he was getting into.
I'm very curious. Does he look like Adam Sandler?
No.
very disappointing.
Very disappointed.
Yeah, I tried, but you know, it's fine.
It's fine. It's good enough.
I love you. I'm so sorry.
I mean, is that why you got the mask?
Oh my god. Well, no, that was for a Halloween costume, but I did make that joke a couple times. So we'll see.
Well, I saw on your Instagram, don't you have like Adam Sandler's face put over other people's face on your Instagram?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
so funny.
That's pretty funny.
I just do that on Snapchat. I'm not savvy at all.
That is so
That
funny
is so
to me.
cool. We got Punch Drunk Love at number 1 for RJ. Wow, well, we're on number 4 here, but that's cool. RJ, number 1, Punch Drunk Love. Hard Copy says loves Spanglish. Brendan, don't forget his small role when he was on the Cosby Show a few times.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, he was on the Cosby Show?
Wasn't his name like Roach or
Yeah,
something?
bro. That's like way early days. He was probably like 16.
Damn. Yeah, I don't know much before SNL. So, The Wedding Singer is Adam Sandler's best movie. It's the only movie I own on Blu-ray so far. Rock music forever. I saw Jack and Jill at a Goodwill a few days ago and went, ew.
That's funny.
That is where you'll find Jack and Jill quite a bit at Goodwill.
You
So
will.
If anyone wants it, go over there. I watched Hubie Halloween too. So 4 movies I've seen of his. Not a fan of Click, but him and Kate Beckinsale had great chemistry. They did, yeah. I actually really enjoy Kate Beckinsale in that movie. The Wedding Singer rules. Yep, we highlighted that earlier. His name is Meatball, and he's eating your crab cakes right now. Airheads number 4, when he was skinny and dumb. Coneheads, I think that's the only Drew Carey movie, even though it was a small part.
Sandler's in that as well.
Yeah, Sandler is in that.
But Drew Carey is in Jack and Jill, when probably one of the funniest parts where Jill hits herself on the wheel.
That's everybody's fear, though. Like, everybody has that thought. They're like, do you ever hit your head? Like, they did that for us. Just saying.
Honestly, yeah. Like, seriously. Like on The Price is Right, when they spin the wheel.
Yeah.
Jill hits her head on the wheel as it's spinning. Like, it knocks her out. It premiered in 2006. Oh, the Wedding Singer, the musical?
The stage show, yes.
Interesting. Yeah, early. Okay, wow. Adam's come a long way from SNL. He sure has. What's everyone's favorite SNL sketch with him? Like, do you have like a favorite? Canteen Boy.
I'm obsessed with the new one where he did like the family reunion.
Yes, where he's like a promoter for like a vacation.
Like, oh my, like, so they just do the weird shit. And they're like, I know where you get this. I don't know. I thought that was like so freaking funny, but yeah. Shawn Mendes, like, it was stupid anyway.
Yeah,
they have a Jim Carrey one too. That's funny as well.
That was great.
Of his people?
Yeah. They're all like, there's like a mask that comes in, and it's a whole family reunion on SNL with all of Jim Carrey's family. Yep. Yeah, it's great.
Mr. Deeds is a good one. I think Adam Sandler acts kind of the same as every character when it comes to comedy. Thoughts?
No, I mean
majority,
but
yeah.
I'm not mad at it though.
No,
he's just kind of a goober.
It's Sandler.
Cassidy, who would be a perfect love interest for Adam Sandler?
Really?
All right. Besides you, who do you think should be his next like love interest?
I'm gonna be honest. I also really love him with Jennifer Aniston.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think Barrymore is amazing too. Don't get me wrong, but I think him and Jennifer Aniston together are just like, I don't know, maybe better. I don't know. Don't come at me.
Interesting.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but we haven't had any with Jennifer.
Not yet.
No J.
Judd says good night, and then I changed my mind. That's fine. Hey, we got a damn dirty ape in here. So it turns out the only way you can watch Airheads is if you own a physical copy.
Or watch it through perfectly legal and morally correct websites.
Yes, we champion physical media here. So, but that's a really expensive Blu-ray if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Airheads. Ben, can you comment on that?
Me, I don't have Airheads. That's a tough one to find.
Yeah, it's really expensive.
It's
right?
20th Century Fox, so that's owned by Disney now. So good luck getting that on a Blu-ray.
God. Hi all. I missed a lot. Let's see here. All Adam Sandler are classics. Eric, that's
a bold statement.
That's a bold statement, but it's
a true statement. Bold but true.
Statement nonetheless.
It's a statement nonetheless. And we're gonna go right over to Cassidy, number 3.
Number 3 is Little Nicky, because it was like one I watched a lot when I was a child, I guess. So it's more of like a nostalgic thing, maybe. But also, the guy grew tits on his head. How could you not? And I think the whole, like, I don't know. I know a lot of people also hate on that. I feel like that's like a classic, honestly, for me. Get the flask. And like the fucking dog, and he turned the Coke into a Pepsi. Like, it's just stupid, and I love it. And you're heart-shaped tiny. So, Lil Nicky.
I have not seen that one yet, but I feel like he keeps telling me that I'm going to enjoy it because it's all about like hell and stuff. But the one, yeah, it's funny. But I can't get past.
She can't get past the really, really funny sounding voice.
And
Like,
he
it's-
talks like this.
He talks like this because you got hit in the face with a shovel.
And the talking dog.
That's
Oh
another
my
one that does not have a Blu-ray, and I have the DVD, but I mean that's another one that doesn't have very much physical media representation on it.
No, it doesn't. Nope.
Lost
Quentin-
but not forgotten.
Isn't Quentin Tarantino's in that movie too, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
What?
Yeah, Quentin Tarantino's in it as like a blind priest or something.
Yes, yes. The one thing I remember from that movie above all else is when Henry Winkler is sitting there. And, yes. He's like, and Rob Schneider is like, cover him in bees again. You can do it.
Wrong window. Just
Well, really, little Nicky is sort of like the proof that there is a Sandler verse, because you start getting like, you get Chubbs in there, you get Henry Winkler, you get Rob Schneider from The Waterboy. So you start really realizing, okay, maybe there is some kind of a multiverse going on here. So
Scary thought.
it'd be really cool to see if he explored that further in a movie. Maybe, I don't know, little Nicky 2.
no.
No? All
No.
right. God damn it. All right. Little Nicky is the best, says
Yeah,
Eric.
there we
Stone. And we got Chris. What's going on, Chris? I'm watching you all on my break at work. You guys are awesome. Well, thank you, Chris. That is for us, I guess. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. We appreciate it. All right, little Nicky, number 3. Cody Lepke, what is your number 3, my good friend?
So this could easily be my number one. My whole top 5 could easily be my number one. So number 3 is a movie I watch all the time. I love that it's getting love now. That's Airheads.
Hey, you do love Airheads.
I've never seen it though. But yeah, it's a movie I watch all the time. Like it was on like VH1 or Comedy Central one summer, like every day. And they'd show marathons of it, and I would watch it every time. I'd like play with my action figures and watch the Lone Rangers, and it was awesome. I love and it has a David Arquette with the bleach blonde hair before he was David Arquette. You know, it's a fun time, and if you haven't seen it, please see it. Or I guess it's hard to watch now.
Well, maybe the DVD. Just get the DVD. I'm sure that's cheap.
If it's still around. I've had this since it came out, so the early 2000s.
Yeah.
But and I didn't need it on VHS when I was a kid because it was always on TV, so I always watched it. But yeah, it's a great movie. So funny. I highly recommend it, and I'm glad that it's getting some love now. And it's also a movie where a lot of people have not heard of it. So
yeah, a lot of
so
people.
whenever I bring it up, people are like, I don't know what that is. I'm like, oh, you're missing out. You had a bad childhood. That's what I should have done.
That's crazy. Literally tonight before this live stream, I watched one of those videos on YouTube that was I can't remember what company does it, but it was
Actors Roundtable, right?
It might have been. No, it was like they titled the video, like the one I watched tonight was Brendan Fraser breaking down his most iconic roles.
Oh yeah.
And and that's that. As soon as you held up the cover of that, I was like, oh shit, there it is. Because I haven't seen that yet. I didn't even know Brendan Fraser was in it either.
Yeah, I probably saw the same thing you did, but it was an interview with Adam Sandler talking to Brendan Fraser about their careers and how he advocated for Brendan Fraser to get that role.
That's what's up.
Hell yeah. Yep, it's getting a lot of love now, so it's gonna have a real good resurgence here. We got mid-level media popping in here. What's going on, Ken?
Oh shit!
Hopefully someone mentions Wedding Singer. That's my absolute favorite Sandman. Oh yeah, it definitely got mentioned.
It was mentioned once so far.
We got Airheads is a great movie. Absolutely. Little Nicky's great. Can I wash my Winky in your kitchen sinky? I mean, come on. Doesn't that make you want to watch it?
The Winky and the Stinky.
It rhymes.
It rhymes. This is Academy Award winning dialogue here. My number 3 has to be The Waterboy because Kathy Bates and the rest of the cast was great in it, especially Rob Schneider's cameo. Well, I mean, that is the movie that gave us like the thing that he still like the second he comes out on stage, that's what he says. He says, "You can do it." So, yeah. So let's see. We got Airheads at number 3. Josh, number 3. Is it Bedtime Stories?
It is not. Let me hold on. Let me get my virtual cover up.
Ill prepared.
I
Alrighty.
think this is correct.
Number 3.
Oh, that's it.
Just go with it. There we go. We got Jennifer Aniston.
Nice.
Just go with it. I forgot who was saying it earlier, but like, yeah, the chemistry with Jennifer Aniston's really good too. I actually like them together a lot. This movie, it's like all around. I don't know if you guys have those movies where you're like, maybe you can't decide what to watch, or maybe you're pissed off, or maybe whatever it is, but you have that movie that's like a go-to feel good, and you're like, I know if I put this on, even if it's in the background of what I'm doing, I'm actually going to feel good. But this is one of those. I love the whole story of the movie. I'm a sucker for these Hawaii-based movies. I don't know what just literally the feels, and the same thing goes with what's it called? Blended. It's that feel of being on location, and which just go with it. I am not at all like a big fan of Nick Swardson. He's like way too over the top for me. But in this, I think he is fucking hysterical. Like his like Austrian little guy he does like the whole time. Like he's not somebody, I don't care. Like I see him on countless podcasts and stuff. I'm not really interested, but I think he's really, really fucking funny in that. Keegan-Michael Key's got a small little tiny role in that, and I love that guy. But yeah, just go with it. Oh yeah.
Just go with it. Yep. How do we feel, panel? I think that's the first just go with it mention. So
yeah, it almost made my list too.
Yeah. And honestly, I think out of their 2 so far, March, I think we'll change that when the sequel comes out. But out of their 2 collaborations, I think just go with it is the superior over Murder Mystery.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
They've only had 2.
They've only had 2. Yeah, that and Murder Mystery, and then Murder Mystery 2 is coming out in March.
I think they're close, but this one probably takes it because they have a more the storyline is more of them actually realizing that they love each other rather than they are already together.
And how great is what's her name? Nicole Kidman. She is.
Oh yeah.
God, Nicole Kidman's great in that. Like being that like really snarky, like I'm so much better than you kind of person.
She said that about her poop, and I have to go take a Devlin. Wasn't that
Devlin?
what it was?
Yes, taking a Devlin.
My husband invented the iPod.
Yeah.
Well, I invented the barking hand. I actually do that, right?
You do that to me.
And then I had to show you that clip because you didn't understand what it was coming from.
Even though I've seen the movie.
Yeah. And I was like, remember the part where he does the barking hand all the time?
And he does that to me, just like in my face.
It's so
frequently.
Good. God, it's so good. Just go with it. Yeah, no, that's like a feel-good movie. Like if I'm in a bad mood, just go with it. Will take me right to a much better spot. Vin, what do we got? Number 3.
All right, so for my number 3, I have something that I think we're going to see a lot over the next 45 minutes to an hour, and that is
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems. So in initially preparing for this stream, I was watching a lot because it was initially going to be a top 10, and it had me watching a lot of Sandler's more dramatic roles. And this is one I didn't have to rewatch because I'd seen it a couple times, and it's just I love the Safdie brothers. If anyone else has seen anything from them, I've seen Daddy Longlegs. Good Time is another amazing film from the Safdie brothers, and it just has this constant sense of perpetual like tension throughout the entire film, where you just can't stop watching it because you're just like, please, just stop. Your head, stop. And he just keeps on going. But further than that, I really hope that Sandler works with directors that can challenge him more, like I think that the Safdie brothers did. And I want to see more Sandler comedy in the future, but I think that he's so good in this film, and I think that he's really proven himself as an actor that's more than just a comedic actor. And I hope that he can link up with the right producers and directors to feed that in the future. But yeah, number 3.
Uncut Gems.
This is me. This is how I
This is
win.
me. This is how I win. I remember exactly where I was when that trailer premiered, and I was like, okay, all right, Sandler, because he has those like funky looking teeth. Like it's not even his teeth. He has like dentures or something going
They're like
on.
too perfect.
It's so bizarre. Yeah, he's so bizarre in that movie, and it literally opens up in his ass. So, I mean, come on, like how many of us have seen Uncut Gems?
I drove home in silence when I saw it after the theater, and also that was my Halloween costume 2 years ago. It's really fucking good. I'm just saying, but like, it's fine.
If you don't have anxiety, you will watching this movie.
Oh my gosh, the entire time my butt cheeks were clenched. The entire time.
How fitting? How fitting? Because it starts in his butt.
You know, it's fine. Okay. I won't take that.
Bro,
Yeah,
I rooted for him the whole fucking movie. And
yeah.
But that's one of those movies, because I know a lot of us, I know Vin, you can vouch for this as well. A lot of us really appreciate when movies don't end happy and can actually, you know, because not every movie needs to end happy. And that movie, I remember when it ends and I like my jaw dropped. And I feel like everybody's jaw dropped because nobody is expecting to see that happen.
And nobody wants to see that, you know, like you want him to come out and the movie plays it so freaking well because he just made that giant bet and he won.
And then
Like, stop, roll credits, stop.
Yeah, it was so fast. Like you didn't have time to process it at all. And I think that like
That's Safdie Brothers, though.
the
That's
best
Safdie
part.
Brothers.
Yes.
And you know, the ending might have been sour, but when those fucking credits roll, you take a deep breath and you're just like, let me fucking resituate myself. Like it's just that good of a fucking movie.
Yeah, I couldn't believe what I seen after that. I was just like, holy shit. My mouth was to the fucking floor and I was just like, damn. Like I expected it, but at the same time, I didn't expect it. And that's what kind of threw me for a loop. And I was just like, damn, that was a great movie. That was great.
And Benicio, I think Uncut Gems goes like right up against you in terms of how many fucks come out of the mouth.
You're right. My bad. I don't even notice. They just fly out, you know.
No. It's good. But like what, that movie holds a record, right?
It's up there.
So,
It's
like,
not the most, but it's definitely up there.
It's like in the top 10
Like,
of like most
most
fucks
fucks-
in a movie.
Most fucks per
Enough
second.
that they counted it, you know?
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, Uncut Gems is great. When it got announced on Criterion, I was super excited for it. It's got that really nice
Yeah, Vin had it.
kind of, yeah, he'll show it here. It's got that really nice Furby thing on the inside. Look at that thing.
oh wow.
Oh yeah, that Furby necklace. Do you have that, Cassidy? The Furby necklace?
Oh my gosh, I was trying to find one at Goodwill so I could be dazzling myself, but I never.
That's awesome.
That's so cool because it like
That's
look, it looks like a jewelry like catalog. I love it.
That is cool.
Is
Telling you, that's
the
why you can't get that with streaming. You know what I mean? Like you can't, you just don't get that with streaming. So
is the Criterion in 4K or just regular Blu-ray?
They have both, I believe.
I don't know if they have standard blue. It's definitely in 4K though. It's got Atmos too as well.
Oh, nice.
So you really hear every fuck. It's really good. All right, moving on to number 3 for Eddie's films and stuff. Why are you sighing? Why are you sighing?
I mean, y'all beat me to it. We just talked about it. Uncut Gems.
All right, move on.
I mean, we pretty much broke it down already, but I guess originally, I rewatched this leading up to the stream. I think originally it wouldn't have been in my top 5 because I hadn't seen it since it first came out, but upon the rewatch, yeah, it just like cemented itself. It's just so well made. Everything that Vin said, 100% agree. And again, as a fan of like sports myself, I love how they blended in the basketball aspect, like including Kevin Garnett and just the whole meshing with the NBA playoffs. It just kind of felt like real world. You could really like immerse yourself, and it just felt like it was a real possibility, like a true story and just a tragedy for Adam Sandler's character. But yeah, I love that The Weeknd's in it. Love that like club scene when with the lights and the black light and the music. It's all like great. So yeah, and the Criterion as well, pretty cool.
Yeah, that was when was The Weeknd really new, or was he like where was he in terms of his?
He's
career?
already pretty big at the time.
Yeah,
He's been making
he's
music
already
for quite some
big.
time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good in it. Kristen Chenoweth, right? She's in that movie from Frozen, right?
Oh, Idina Menzel, you mean?
Oh wait, hold on. Who did I say? Kristen Chenoweth?
Yeah.
I was thinking of the other person from Frozen. Yeah, Idina Menzel.
Yeah, she plays like his wife. His
And that's where Julia Fox kind of really started popping off.
Yeah.
I'll say something about Julia Fox. So, like, one thing that kind of takes me out of Sandler movies at times, which is that in all his movies, he's pretty much like a real big ladies' man. Like, he's always pulling like the most attractive women. And I mean, obviously, there are women that are into him, like, Cassidy, but
What are you
like,
talking about? No, I'm just
no,
kidding.
like, exactly. Like, but like in Chuck and Larry, for example, he just has like this herd of women just following him, and he's, I mean,
yeah, but then he pulls in Kevin James. So
Totally like.
no, I don't. Does anybody get what I'm saying? Like,
I do. I see
is it just
You're
me?
jealous.
I
Is
see-
what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, exactly. I am just jealous, but
Out of his league, I
out of
guess.
his league, out of his league. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I
He
mean,
can dream big. It's his company. He can do what he wants.
yeah. Like if I could cast Selma Hayek as my wife, I'd be casting.
yeah. I'm just
100%.
saying, like, if it was Brad Pitt, I get it. But like Adam Sandler, you're not. I'm no one to be talking about looks, obviously. But it's.
Oh come on, man!
average-
You look like David Blaine. Come on.
Street magic.
Like he's an average looking guy. Like I could see him in the streets, but he like in every movie he's playing like Jennifer Aniston, Julia Fox. It's just like it's just
I
cool.
can-
Because he's
I'm not hating. I'm not
always
hating.
women like that.
I was gonna watch Chuck and Larry again. This is when I thought it was a top 10. I was like, I haven't seen Chuck and Larry in like forever. I don't even remember this film. So I found it on I think Netflix, and I got through like a half hour, and it was like you said, like he played the playboy. Everyone loved, all the girls loved him, and then Eddie was like, "It's gonna be a top 5," and I was like 40 minutes into Chuck and Larry, and I was like, I'm done. It's over.
Well, look, all I gotta say is we're 3 in and we're at 2 hours. Can you imagine if we were doing a top 10?
That was a smart move to cut it to 5. I'm just saying.
Hell yeah. But no, Chuck and Larry's great. But yeah, Uncut Gems, it's gonna show up a lot. Do we collectively agree that's his best dramatic role, or do we think there's
Yes.
something else?
No.
Yeah.
I do. I think there's.
100%. What?
Okay.
I think Rain on Me. I love him in Rain on Me. Or Rain Over Me. Rain on Me.
Yeah, Rain on Me is different, man. Whoa.
Yes.
All right, Cody Brockop, what do we got? Number 3. Take it, my man.
So funny story, right? I don't have the criterion, sadly, so thank you to the last 2 for showing me up like that. But
Well, no, actually, that's the better cover, I think.
I mean, this one is kind of cool. It's more basic. Got the matte black, and also if some of the designs kind of peeling off, but you see some of the reflective in it. It's kind of got that uncut gem look to it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think I made a joke with that in a video a couple of years ago. But yeah, I mean, basically just ditto to what everybody else said. Next person.
No, dude, honestly, that is, I think, the superior cover, sort of like the Punch Drunk Love. Like that's more in line with the character versus the Criterion, which is just him smiling. Like that, like I like how he's all beat up in that cover. So
Yeah.
This movie's anything but something to smile about.
Too.
yeah. All right, so we won't talk too much about Uncut Gems. Benicio, go on.
All right. So what do we have? Number 3. So
Funny
my number
story.
3 is going to be Happy
Happy
Gilmore.
Gilmore.
Yes,
Hell yeah.
Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore is just so hilarious, man. This is one of the probably earliest memories that I have of watching a movie over and over again. That's Adam Sandler with my cousins and stuff. So quotable. We used to scream all the different things that he said. It's your home. Don't you want to go in your home? And then like his grandmother is such a lovable character. She actually reminded me so much of my grandmother a long time ago. I love her character so much, and it's just all around classic. Oh, and then when he goes like putt golfing, he says, "I'm gonna get you, clown!" Like, oh man,
Yeah.
Dude,
I love this movie so much. It never
so
gets
good.
awesome.
It's so good.
Suck my white
That
ass.
I was just gonna say that movie has my favorite Adam Sandler quote ever: "Suck my white ass ball."
Yeah.
So-
So funny.
Or how about Ben Stiller as the super evil nursing home?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Vin, thank you for reminding me about that. So Vin put a poll up on his Instagram. I don't know if anyone else saw it on the panel.
Yeah.
But there was a poll to vote in like the most nefarious Adam Sandler villain. Unfortunately, Ben Stiller wasn't listed there. I think he could have been a contender, but can you just quickly tell us what the results are?
Let's see here. So let me pull it up. So I pulled up 4 antagonists, you could say, from Adam Sandler films. Let's see if I can find it. Here we go. All right. So it was Shooter McGavin from Happy Gilmore, Glenn from The Wedding Singer. What's his name? Chuck Cedar from Mr. Deeds, and of course Eric from Billy Madison.
Eric.
He is a bad
Eric is
man.
pregnant. So I said, who's the most nefarious bad guy? And the winner, I'm surprised. I can't believe that Glenn got a vote, actually, a couple votes. And Chuck got a couple votes as well. I can't fucking believe. But the winner is Shooter McGavin.
Shooter McGavin. Now it's interesting because I looked up the true definition of nefarious, and it came back wicked and criminal. And to me, because I even sent this to Vin, I was like, well, to me that's Eric, because Eric is
He's
the
a
only
bad,
one.
bad man.
Eric's the only one that literally attempts to kill Adam's character with a gun at the end. So that's really interesting that Shooter took the cake there. Do we agree? Like Shooter's most nefarious, or?
I mean, going by the definition, I'd say Eric.
It's Eric.
Yeah.
With his
That
weasel
question
laugh.
was not in the reading.
That question.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. Okay, hold on. Eric, are you what the heck's
Alive?
going on here, Eric?
Did he die during the stream?
Like,
All right.
too much uncut gems, huh?
R.I.P. Bob Barker.
See, I'm not the only one who thought he was dead.
If Bob Barker died right now, that would be nutty. So
No.
far, he's still alive. So
Still
far,
alive
Google,
and 99 years old.
so far, Google
Yeah.
says he's still alive. All
And
right.
he was
Wikipedia,
just
Wikipedia confirmed he's alive.
All right, Wikipedia, good.
and he just hosted an episode of The Price is Right.
All right, good. Bob Barker, we love you. Don't ever die. Let's see here. Moving on. Boyd, are you still with us? Did you die? Boyd. Yeah, I think Boyd checked out. I think Boyd was like, here.
Too much uncut gems.
Boyd, I'm going to take you out. Don't make me do it. All right, you're out. Let's see. Moving on. Haley, what's your number 3?
My number 3 has already been talked about. This is my first repeat, actually.
That's fine.
It is with V. Julia Gulia. The
Wedding Singer. Mid-level media, if you're still watching, there's another mention for you.
Somebody kill me, please.
Mm-hmm. Where we got here? We got it. Yeah, here it is. There's the
Somebody
Wedding Singer.
kill me.
Totally awesome Blu-ray edition.
I believe this was the second movie that you showed me.
Yeah, because I knew you would like this. It's in the 80s. It's again, I think one of his best romantic pairings. So
What year did this come out?
this is 98, I believe.
Yeah, like the 80s aren't even
Yeah.
like 10 years over.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy.
And it's like throwback, guys, to a couple of years ago.
And this movie was like the first time Sandler got really good reviews in terms of like his comedies, because Billy Madison got torn to pieces, Happy got torn to pieces.
I mean, Billy Idol.
This one was the one that everyone was like, oh, okay, maybe Adam Sandler is okay, because on the back here it says Sandler has never been more appealing.
Yeah.
So
And plus, like, I'm a sucker for the curly hair.
the curly hair, yeah, the curly hair is good. My number 3 is going to be Punch Drunk Love. We talked about it. I just want to mention something really quickly. After watching this movie, I went to the supermarket and I looked at pudding labels for quite some time, and I was looking for, because I saw this movie a long time ago, so I was looking if like a promotion was going on, like similar to that, and there wasn't. There was no promotion going on here. Apparently, this is based on a true story of a guy who found like a wormhole, or like a loophole, not a wormhole, a loophole in some promotion going on here. I don't know if anyone knew that, but so he was able to do what Barry does in this movie, where he bought all this pudding and he was able to travel the world because he got like frequent flyer miles out the ass.
Probably
So
not pudding, but something else.
it was something similar like that. So, but that movie I relate to on a very visceral level because my favorite scene is when he's in the diner or the restaurant with Emily Watson, and she's talking and she switches the subject to, oh, I was talking to your sisters about you and how you're not very connected to them. And Sandler does something. I don't know if he was directed to do this or if it was instinctual, but you can tell he's like enjoying his conversation with her. And then he just does this. He just does a quick, like it was going so well. And then you had to bring up my sisters. And then of course he goes home, or no, he goes into the bathroom and he just tears the bathroom apart. God, that like this movie utilizes Sandler's like anger stuff, like how he's known for, so well. So yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I love Punch Drunk Love. We've talked about it, so we won't harp on it too long here. But we are going to go to the live chat really quickly because this is funny. This live stream should be rated R for Vinicio's language.
Sorry.
Let's see here. I bought a lot of Adam Sandler's movies at Goodwill. Thanks, Adam Sandler, for saving me money.
The better.
My favorite Adam Sandler is Waterboy, says Chris. Very cool. Waterboy has not shown up yet.
No.
That's crazy.
Really interesting to think about. Waterboy hasn't shown up yet. And all right, so we're gonna let really, Ed, looking at pudding. Haley probably was Let's Go, LOL.
For the frequent
Well,
flyer
this is a long
miles.
time ago. Haley wasn't in my life. So.
I guess I wasn't alive.
No, you were alive. Cassidy, number 2. We're getting close here, guys. What's number 2 for you?
Another one I'm probably gonna get hate on, but you don't mess with the Zohan.
That's a great
Number 2, great freaking movie. So stupid, just so great. Mariah Carey's in it. There's a disco, and it's a great movie. It's a good one. I feel like so underrated, I guess. So, yeah.
Isn't he in that movie? Isn't he like Israeli?
Yeah. There was like the whole war thing. I don't really know what it was, but and then the Palestine.
Yeah, the Palestinians.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's a good one. You're right. It is very underrated. I think that movie's hilarious.
So good. It's stupid, but like also still sweet and just he's a badass. It's fine.
I agree.
Yeah, panel. How do we feel about Zohan? I have not seen it. You have not seen it? No, I've not seen Zohan.
I've only seen it once, like when it first came out.
I literally felt like no one was gonna be like, "What the?"
No, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. I just feel like it's not one like a lot of people like about it, but you didn't really watch it. I think it was like at that like he's kind of getting stupid era before he like kind of hit the other way era.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Gotcha.
I actually meant to check that one out leading up to this, but I realized that a ton of Adam Sandler movies aren't on streaming. Like they're just not on any services.
It was a while ago. Well, Netflix took a lot away because wasn't Billy Madison on that recently, and now it's not.
Yeah, now it's not.
Yeah, I know. I went to go
That's
watch
streaming
it.
for you. That's streaming. Cody, is Zohan also your number 2?
It is not, and this is not. But I wanted to share this. It's the.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, buddy.
I am disappointed though. The only Adam Sandler song on here is "Somebody Kill Me." It doesn't have "I Want to Grow Old with You." I wish it did.
What?
There's a
But
volume 2.
That's-
There's a volume 2. You have to get volume 2.
Oh, is there really a volume 2?
There's a volume 2, yeah.
Oh well, I got to get that. So my number 2 is going to be talk about a hole in one.
Happy Gilmore, baby.
Happy
Do you have
Gilmore.
anything to add to the conversation?
I don't, not really. Just it was cool seeing Apollo Creed do something different. I love him, Carl Weathers. I love Carl Weathers. I met Carl Weathers and I had him sign a Chubbs thing, so I have that. That's pretty cool. But and he had nothing but great things to say about Adam Sandler. He's like one of his favorite people to work with was Adam Sandler, so that was cool to hear.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Carl Weathers is one of those crazy examples of like, you've done so much. Like you've been in the Rocky franchise, you did Predator, you're in Happy Gilmore. Like if he was at a convention, I don't know which one I'd want to have him sign. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's like, do I have him sign for Happy Gilmore? Or do I have him sign for Predator? Like it's absolutely nuts. But anybody else have anything to add about Happy Gilmore, or should we go to Josh?
What's the song that plays in the intro to Happy Gilmore where he's like talking about his childhood? I think it's a Leonard Skinner song.
Mhm.
Is
Yeah,
it?
I think it is Leonard Skinner.
So
but I
good.
can't think of what it's called.
I can't either offhand, but that whole little like first 10 minutes where it like shows him as a kid, brilliant setup.
Different
And
jobs.
that little,
Yeah, he's like humping everything.
yeah. And that little part later where he has like that one night stand with the Chinese woman, and she's like, "Oh, you don't want breakfast?"
God. No, the scene in that movie that makes me laugh a lot is when he's doing that, but he's doing that in thing, and like everybody downstairs is just gathering around this guy going,
Yeah. I want
"Ah,
to kiss you all over.
Over again.
oh my God." Laren says Tuesday's Gone.
Boom, boom, boom.
Is that the name
That's
of it?
it. Tuesday's gone. That's it.
Tuesday's Gone. See, this is what I'm saying. Laren, and I don't know if he knows all this or if he's just Googling it, but Laren comes in clutch. So, Josh, number 2, is it something we've heard before or is it a new one?
I'm bringing it out. Bringing it out, guys.
The Water Boy.
Wow.
There she is.
All right, talk about it. Talk about it.
And just it's just one of those. The whole entire movie is hilarious from start to finish. It's I think it's one of those like lightning in a bottle movies, because we keep talking about like, oh, what about Happy Gilmore 2 or this or this or that, but you couldn't. And I remember years ago there was some kind of buzz around people saying Waterboy 2, but you just can't do it. You're going to drag the whole franchise down by making a number 2. Just leave it alone. You got fucking Henry Winkler, what's his name? Rob Schneider, Blake Clark, and I can't remember his like legal name, but he's the Big Show in WWE. Like you got all
Big Show, yeah.
popping up, and like just damn, all around good ass Sandler movie.
Hell yeah. Cody, how do you feel about Cody Lepke? How do you feel about the wrestler connection there?
Oh, I like it. Captain Sino or Captain Sano.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was awesome.
You know, Captain Shano shows no mercy.
Yeah.
All white.
Yeah, he was also in Jingle All the Way. He was like the big Santa.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm gonna deck your halls.
Yeah.
I'm gonna deck your halls, bub.
But yeah, Adam Sandler, he's a wrestling fan. Like even Longest Yard, he has Stone Cold Steve Austin, he has Goldberg, he has Kevin Nash, who was the best part of that movie.
Yeah. Well, in case anyone doesn't know, Cody was he's now a retired professional wrestler. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I went by the name Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I don't know if you heard of me, but no, I was nowhere near that. I was like, I was like the street crew, like putting up the ring and stuff like that. But I got to wrestle, so
hell yeah,
it was cool.
The cool thing about the Water Boy and Josh, you can understand the connection here, is the majority of that movie was filmed in DeLand, Florida.
Yeah.
So like Stetson University, all that stuff. So that's because I'm from Florida. Josh is in Florida. So it's a.
Didn't they put out like an ad for that for people to come, and not enough people came, so they had to like rescene it later?
Can you believe that? Like not enough people came?
So like the scenes you see, that's why they're on an angle. They had enough people to fill like a corner of the stadium. And I only know that because I watch a lot of YouTubers and vloggers and Disney vloggers. And one of the guys I watch, Adam the Woo, if anyone's ever heard of him, he was one of the extras in that. And he kind of did a breakdown of how their whole day went of being an extra in the crowd and stuff. But yeah, they literally filled in a quarter of the stadium. And then for different shots, of going against the opposing team shifted them all to the other corner of the stadium, but it wasn't even full.
That's funny.
Nowadays, there'd be like one tweet and that place would be full.
Oh, loaded. You'd have to pay to be an extra.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I would.
That's crazy.
And yoga foosball.
And he was able to get Kathy Bates, who, I mean, good Lord, like, is this like right after Titanic? I feel like it's right after Titanic,
Wait,
right?
what year is this?
This is also 98, isn't it?
I think it's 98.
It's the same year as The Wedding Singer, I want to say. It's 97?
Titanic's 97, I believe.
Yeah, Titanic's 97.
Yeah.
This is 98, right?
So it's right after.
She also
yeah.
did Misery.
This is right after
in
Titanic.
91.
Like, to come off of Titanic and then do The Waterboy, like you know what I mean? Like, it's sort of like apples and oranges here.
Well, she was already Academy Award winner at that time, you know?
Yeah.
She didn't need to do that, but Sandler, it's known that it's good to, you know, it's fun to work with Sandler. He's nice on set. He treats everyone with respect. So I can understand why all these people want to do that. I don't know if you guys, there's an interview where Adam Sandler is like interviewing Brad Pitt. And Brad Pitt basically said, he's like, man, I wish I could do the movies you do. They look so much fun. And he even talks about how he's like, dude, when I go to, like at night, when I go to watch a movie, it's an Adam Sandler movie. Like he was basically praising Adam Sandler. He's like, man, you are the man. But yeah, I would, look that up.
That round table thing.
Yeah, it was just, those two. It was just those two. It was back when it was, when Uncut Gems was out and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a cool interview. So check it out.
Eddie's ears perked. I saw Eddie's ears perk when you said Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Got the poster back there.
Yeah.
All right, then number 2.
Okay, my number 2 is
Billy Madison.
So this film, for me, I probably have seen this more than any other film ever in my life. Like as far as like tally count, how many times have you seen a film? Billy Madison is number 1 because, like I said, it was like I was at the perfect age, and I would have my buddies come over every weekend, and we would just watch this movie. But as an adult, I rewatched this maybe like 3 or 4 months ago, and I feel like as a comedy, it's just so well paced. You're getting it from fucking scene 1 all the way through till the end, where he's kind of like a stumble bum in the beginning and then goes to school. I mean, it just doesn't stop. Like it's perfectly paced, and you have such great side characters with Eric.
Eric.
Him how he is. But then how about this? What other film takes the third act and it blasts off the third act with a fucking musical? Right?
This is true. Yeah.
Amazing.
Billy boy.
Yeah.
Amazing. I could fucking sing that whole song. I won't, to your benefit. But Billy Madison is my number 3. And by the way, the go-to scene for me and my friends when we would get together was that fucking scene where they would light the shit on his doorstep. And that old guy would come out and smell the boot. And the wife in the background would be like, don't put it out with your boots, Ted. And he would be like, don't tell me my business, damn old woman. Call the fire department. This one's out of control. And he would fucking stomp it out, and he would grab his boot, and he would say, poop again.
He called the shit poop.
and then Adam said, this is the greatest night of my life. But, hey, I might have done that once or twice in real life with my friends.
Oh, Vin. Oh, Vin.
But that's my number 2. There it is.
That's your number 2. Yeah, Billy Madison. So if Gus, I don't know if you're still in the chat, but anytime Gus usually comes into the chat, I didn't do it tonight for some reason.
Yeah.
But I usually go, Gussie, sweet Gussie boy. And like we have our pet bearded dragon whose name is Cheese. And I literally, anytime I see Cheese, I'm like, cheesy, sweet, cheesy boy.
Yes.
So yeah, Billy Madison is so good shit.
Yeah, of all the movies, of all of Adam's movies, we quote that one the most.
And I think it's the most quotable Adam Sandler movie.
But you.
Does anyone else have a different one, or do we think it's Billy Madison?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That or Happy Gilmore.
Billy, no gibberish at the
See,
table.
yeah, there we go, right there, Gus. I love that you're still here, Gus. I love Ed's serenade. Gussie, sweet Gussie boy.
Don't I have a
Yeah, Billy
nice
Madison.
rack?
I will say though, Vin, I had that edition at one point, but I can't, like, for some reason, I just hate that like full just face thing on that cover.
I was about
like,
to say
It was
like-
kind of the same for me. I think I had the split like you did, but I have the Happy Gilmore and the Billy Madison. But at one point, I think I had them like smushed on one
side
release,
by side, yeah.
and I wanted them like you. I wanted them separately.
Where did you get yours? Because I got mine from Groove.
I have no idea.
Okay.
That Veronica Vaughn.
Interesting. Yeah,
Let's-
what's
4K.
Veronica Vaughn up to these days? Anybody know? Anybody know what she's doing? Veronica Vaughn, the actress?
Nope.
I think
No?
she retired after.
Is she retired?
I think she retired after. I Know You Did Last Summer.
Oh wow. I know she's in Last Action Hero. She's Arnold's daughter
Yeah,
in Mortal Kombat.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter.
In Last Action Hero?
Is she? Oh,
Yeah. The one that like knows karate, like
Oh, okay,
these
yeah,
bad guys.
Yeah.
And we got Tony's Movies and More. Wow, you're
Meatloaf.
finally joining us, Tony. What the hell took you so long? I know what took him so long. He was seeing Avatar, which is 3 hours long. So welcome. How was it, man? Let us know. All right. We got Eddie. Is it something we haven't heard before, or should I just
Skip.
move on?
I've heard it before.
Okay.
But just 2-pack. I gotta go with
Big Daddy?
Big Daddy. Yeah.
Big Daddy.
It's one of my earliest Adam Sandler movies that I can remember seeing, like one of the first ones that I watched when I was young. And it's so funny, so heartwarming. You know, the two scenes that get me every time. I wipe my own ass, and the courtroom scene with his dad, like, you know, he deserves this kid. Like, those two scenes just get me every time.
Yeah.
And what else was I gonna say? The delivery guy. Speaking of like the Adam Sandler verse, isn't he also in Mr. Deeds?
He is. Yeah.
He plays the same character basically.
That's another reason why I thought it was a sequel. That's another
Oh,
reason
yeah.
why I thought Mr. Deeds was a sequel to Big Daddy, because he's literally in the movie. He like catches a cat or something.
Yeah, right. He's
Yeah.
there with his little cart, same outfit, I believe.
Yeah. It's
But
crazy.
freaking great movie.
Big Daddy.
Speaking of cats.
Speaking of cats, Josh has his cat up right now doing the Mr. Deeds, doing the Dr. Evil. Look at that. Who is that? Is that Nala?
That's Nala.
That's Nala.
Wow.
Heck yeah.
Baby.
All of your cats are named after Disney characters.
Yep.
Yep.
I have Happy and Sunny. I get you.
Are you looking for a Bobby?
No. Well, we have a Frank too, and then it just always makes me want to think of the shirt thing.
Nice.
Actually,
nice.
the shirt Frank. Okay, but yeah. Anyway.
Hey, we got Luke joining us. What's going on, Luke? What's going on, guys? Where is Cheese? Cheese is in his cage right now. I think Haley will go Cheese. All right, so Big Daddy. There we go. Should we turn it into a musical? Does anyone think it should be turned into a musical?
No.
I don't think you could.
You don't think we could? You could turn anything into a musical.
Just because you could doesn't mean you should.
Exactly.
I'd see it. Though.
I'd still watch it.
Yeah,
But
and I'd enjoy it. But
I was gonna say you'd be the first one in line.
100%.
Here's Cheese real quick saying hello. Hello, Cheese. Hi, Cheese.
Do your thing.
Oh, cheesy, sweet, cheesy boy. Here's our bearded dragon
He is baby.
right there.
Baby.
Little guy.
Oh, baby. Baby.
He is also a Sandler fan. His favorite movie is Bedtime Stories
Because he likes to sleep.
because he loves to sleep.
He loves to sleep.
So, Cody Brockop, hit us with something new, man.
Well, I got just the thing for you. My number 2 is going to be Bedtime Stories, just like you mentioned a second ago.
Hey! Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, it's not one of his movies you hear people talk about all that
really
often
don't.
anymore, but I think it's kind of a nice change of pace from some of his other movies. It's more family oriented. It's a Disney movie, obviously. It's got, some more kind of fantastical elements to it, like, raining gumballs and all the fun like sci-fi medieval elements to it, and there's a couple of things probably wouldn't hold up too greatly years later, like that CGI guinea pig with the big bulging eyes. But
Yes, yeah.
but honestly, it's one of those movies I can just sit down and be like, you know what, this was a cute movie. It was a fun time. It was cute. It's a good time.
Now, be honest with me, Cody. Did you just switch out your number 2 so we had something different, or is that genuinely your number 2?
Honestly, I think it was Uncut Gems for number 2, but then I kind of started to have like a last minute revision thought. And I was like, I think I might like this one just a little bit more, but I've also had like more time with bedtime stories. I'm like, all right, I'll just swap those real quick.
All right.
So not really intentional, just to be, Mr. Different guy, but it was always on the list. Let's put it that way.
Oh yeah. How do we feel about bedtime stories? It's the first time mentioned here.
I like it.
It's a good one.
We like it.
I haven't seen it in a
Josh, you're
long
the Disney guy, so
It would have if we did top 10, it would be number 6.
oh wow. Okay. Yeah, I
Need to
saw it.
rewatch
I saw it once, and it is cute. It is cute. I like the idea of it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know. For me, it's one of the more forgettable ones.
I just remember the raining gumballs.
The Raining Gumballs, yeah, is the
Yeah.
and who's his wife in that movie? Is it some prolific actress?
All I can think of is for free. That's all I keep thinking in my head the entire time.
He has it's Teresa Palmer's in it. She's like not the love interest, but she's like the blonde.
Oh, okay,
Australian.
yeah. Teresa Palmer.
Yeah. And Courtney Cox is his sister in this one too.
Courtney Cox. That's right. Courtney Cox is in there. Oh my god, wow. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and I think the actor who plays Uncle Vernon from Harry Potter, he's like the germophobic hotel manager too, so that's kind of a fun role to see him in there as well.
Yep. Really? Wow. So he just has to work with Lisa Kudrow, and he hit all 3 of the friends. So maybe that should be his next love interest, Lisa Kudrow. Can't imagine she's doing too much these days. All right, Vinicio, hit us.
My number 2, strangely, I don't own. I don't know how the fuck I don't own this movie, but it has been mentioned many times. But it's going to be Big Daddy. I absolutely love Big Daddy. Like I said, I'm a father, so that son-father kind of vibe there was just really amazing. I loved that. And then it was like heartbreaking that then he had to say that it's not my kid anymore, that my best friend is like kid. And then it was just hilarious all in there in the middle. So I love that movie very much.
Hell yeah.
30 packets of ketchup.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Like I think of ketchup totally different now because of Big Daddy.
Yeah.
30 packets of ketchup.
I love when he's rolling around in his bed on that newspaper.
I'm up.
Be still, lay,
Yeah.
and he just rolls around 360 again. He's like, "All right, I'm up."
Yep.
It's funny growing up, my dad and I would watch that movie, and he would always laugh at Sonny covering everything up with newspaper. And I never found that funny until I became an adult. And to me, that is like the funniest thing of all time, that anything he spills, he gets newspaper and covers it. He doesn't clean it up. He just puts newspaper to absorb it.
Because that's you and me.
Because like as a kid, it's like, I don't like, why is my dad laughing at this? This isn't funny, but it's genuinely hilarious.
You know what's also funny is that just that running joke of Hooters. It just never gets old.
Hooters.
Yeah, the frozen food section.
Stay away. Exactly.
Old wrinkly balls.
Balls and
Yeah, Big Daddy. Oh god, Big Daddy is so good. Oh, love Big Daddy.
And the music is pretty cool too.
Yeah, but I wet my own ass is something I use almost weekly or almost daily. I use it all the time.
I thought you were
right.
gonna say something I do weekly.
I do it once, I dabble a little bit.
Also, Haley, number 2.
my number 2. One more said it's dun 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 dun. Billy.
Hell yeah,
Billy.
Billy Madison.
So funny story. This is the movie that, like, prior to me having seen or binged rather, Sandler movies with this guy over here. This is how I envisioned him, And this is how I hated him because it was like irreverent, it was stupid, like brain dead humor. And so when we first watched this, I was in a piss poor mood. And you got mad at me because you're like, lighten up a little bit. It's just a movie. And I was
It's
just
the
like,
most brainless movie you could ever watch.
and I was just like, no, I hate this. And then, like, so I sat through because I'm like, fine, I'll do it for you. And then we just started like quoting it. Like, I did not, like, I laughed once, I think, at Norm. And then we just started quoting it and quoting it. And then there was the iconic scene, that was so stupid. I award you no points.
And may God
May
have
God have
mercy on your soul.
And basically summed up the movie. And then I don't know, it grew on me. It really did grow on me.
Yep.
Like, so much so number 2 of all the films that we've seen. And I don't know, I kind of love it. I don't know if I like that I love it, but dun, 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 dun.
Yep. Billy Madison. What more can be said? And what more can be said about number 2 for me? Uncut Gems. This is absolutely 100% his, in my opinion, his greatest dramatic work and like full drama. And I don't necessarily know that he'll ever be able to top it. I thought Hustle might do it for me. I watched Hustle, and it didn't do it for me. It did not do it for me. I wanted Hustle to be like Uncut Gems, where the whole movie was stressful for me again. And I think that's my issue. But yeah, this is, I think, going to be known as, and how did he like get snubbed for this? I don't know how, did he get an Oscar nomination for this?
No.
What the hell? Like, what the hell? Like, seriously, like, I would love to look at who was nominated that year, and I would gladly pick somebody out because Sandler should have got, if not one, at least a nomination. So it's it's absolutely his greatest dramatic work.
He needed more of an arc, because I know most of you guys have already said you love Uncut Gems, and I'll agree with you that it's his best dramatic work. My problem with the movie was it's 50% of the movie is him literally getting his ass whooped, and he's on the phone saying, "No, I got it. It's in my hand right now. I got it." And back to getting his ass whooped. And he just goes out like Scarface in a way. And he just needed more of an arc, less of literally, like when they stripped his ass down, stripped him out of his clothes, threw him in a fucking trunk. It's like, God damn, bro. Like, you're really not going to make it out of this.
No, nope.
Funny enough, you hated the movie.
I hated the movie because there was supposed to be one of the other guests, similar to like Cassidy, where it was just like, it's a no-brainer to try to get them on, is my buddy Mike, who literally when we worked together long time ago, that's all we did is we quoted Adam Sandler movies. So I went to see Uncut Gems in the theater with him, and I think that's why I hated the movie, because he wouldn't shut up about how much he didn't like the movie. And so I had a bad taste in my mouth. So
and then because you were so anti-Uncut Gems, and I was like, no, because when it went on Netflix, I was like, I am actually kind of interested in this again prior to binging the Sandlers.
Yep.
Like, I actually kind of want to watch that, not for Sandler, but just to look like a good movie. And you were like, no, watch it without me.
Yeah.
And then you were like, fine,
I'll watch it. And I watched it with a whole new lens, and it won my number 2 spot. So before we get into our number 1, everybody, we made it to number 1. Holy snapping crap. We made it. Let's get an applause. Definitely going to keep this under 3 hours. So let's see here. Movie says, wow, Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison is on the hot seat on this chat. And I feel like it's kind of obvious that it would be those two. I can't believe you ate Stank Garden. I can't believe you ate Stank Garden. Oh, talking to Tony. Okay. What the hell? Mystery Entertainment. What's going on, Chris?
Hi,
welcome
Chris.
to the chat. Cheese is best. Yes, cheese is best. Cheese is life. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we made it to the number 1. Your absolute favorite Adam Sandler movie.
Billy Madison, hands down. I've seen it probably more than any other movie. I just feel like it's just a no-brainer. I don't know. We've already talked about
Do you have
how
any
great it
cool
is.
Billy merch you could quickly show or no?
I do have a tattoo on my butt cheek, if that's what we're talking about. That's Naruto. And like honestly, I just thought it was funny to do it.
You had
And
Naruto tattooed on your butt cheek?
my butt cheek, 100%.
Do you have like a picture or something?
It's on my Instagram, actually. Thank you. So you can scroll down. You're not going to see much, but you can see it. It's
That
pretty
is
impressive.
genius. That is genius.
Could never
Wait.
do porn then. You know, can't really. That's not me. Just kidding. Anyway.
Is it with the actual? Sorry, I don't know. Like with the actual R's that are like not
Yeah, like
actually
it's
cursive.
really exactly what he put with the
That
little
is
squeeze.
amazing. That's amazing.
Pretty cool.
Oh, and then Eric says behind her the wall. Yeah, I guess that is Billy, huh? That is Billy behind you.
Yeah. He's
That's an
the
awesome
best.
NBA jam too. Also,
I have that as well.
Thank you. I play really hard.
Oh yeah. So Billy Madison takes the cake.
Number
Wow.
one.
Number one. We're not even going to talk about it. We talked
We
about
don't
it
need
enough.
to.
Cody, hit us with something new, or hit us with something the same.
I've got something brand new here for you. It's back to school,
Ah,
the full screen version.
ew, get that shit out of here.
When I was a kid, I hated widescreen. I was like, "What is this? I want
Me
to flip
too.
the screen."
Me
now,
too.
Now I'm
Me
stuck
too.
with a bunch of full screen DVDs.
Yep. God, I hate full screen. When I watch it, it's like, oh, you just realize how pushed in it is.
But yeah, so this was I actually well, obviously I love this movie, but I remember going to my mom and pop shop, King Video rental, and seeing this poster up in the window, and I was like, "What is this guy doing? He's going back to school." But I loved it. Then after this is what got me into Adam Sandler, and then I started watching SNL because I fell in love with Adam Sandler because of this movie.
Yep. There we go. All right. Mouse tracks. Josh, what do we got?
I'm bringing it out, bro. I'm bringing it out, and I'll accept any amount of hate you guys want to give me. This is it. This is the number one Adam Sandler movie he's ever fucking made.
That's my boy.
That's my boy.
This movie is so fucking funny. Like it's hysterical. Like the whole, and I don't think he's too over the top. I think the character that he's trying to portray, he absolutely nailed it. I think we're in that over the hill type of Sandler characters, because there's he started out, with his young guys, the Billy Madison, Happy Gilmores, even the Water Boy. Then we got more into the just go with it and more mature characters. But this guy, if you watch Adam Sandler on his interviews, he is kind of like a more straightforward, fuck this kind of person. And the way he embodied this character as a Northeastern alcoholic, fucking life is what you make it kind of person. Put that with Andy Samberg, who that dude is also hilarious.
Yep.
And then you throw fucking Vanilla Ice in here.
Vanilla Ice.
I don't know what the backstory is with Adam Sandler and Vanilla Ice. They must have. I don't know. Grew up in the same neighborhood or some shit. But it's not even obnoxious that Vanilla Ice is there. I actually liked Vanilla Ice's character. I liked Vanilla Ice playing Vanilla Ice in this movie.
Yeah.
But I think the whole fucking movie's hysterical, highly quotable, and it's one of those I don't own it, but if I saw it on, I'll watch the duration of it.
What do we think? That's a first time. That's my boy. What do we think?
Hilarious
It's so
movie.
good. It's so funny. It's so weird.
Nick Swartzen's great too. His character Kenny.
Yeah.
And James Caan is in that movie.
Yeah.
Damn, you got James Caan
Fist fighting priest.
as the priest. Yeah, like an Irish priest, right? Like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Susan Sarandon.
Susan Sarandon. Yep. Damn.
What in the world?
Absolutely nuts. Yeah, and that's that was touted when it was released as oh my God, Adam Sandler's making an R-rated comedy again.
Yeah, and I feel like Sandler did those movies where they came out and they were okay, and then a year later they weren't okay. You know, like people are like, that was a questionable movie, but I still laughed my ass off during that movie.
And that's the follow up to Jack and Jill. That comes out after Jack and Jill.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's a good one. I like that. You switched it up there, Josh. I like it. Vin, what do you got for us? Your all-time favorite Adam Sandler.
All right. Well, my number one is probably going to be a surprise to maybe some of you guys, but when I was going through it, I couldn't deny it. I watched it, and it, for me, like there's different genres: comedy, drama, horror, rom-com, whatever the case may be. This might be the best rom-com of all of space and time, and that is The
Wedding Singer.
I think this is just such a perfect film from start to finish. I think that you have elements of Adam Sandler. You have that strong comedic element where there's so many scenes in this film that are very, very funny. I love that it takes place in the 80s. And then what sets this film apart, like, I love fucking Billy Madison. I love Happy Gilmore. But it's like, what does The Wedding Singer have that those don't? It's that little sparkle of heart. Because when you watch this film, god damn, you want Robbie and Julia to get together, don't you? Like, fuck. Like that one scene where Robbie's walking the streets and like he's gonna go and confess his love to Julia, and he comes up on her apartment and he sees her up in the window, like super happy, but he doesn't know that she's experiencing, like she's pretending like if she was his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, God, like yeah. that's what puts this as number one for me. Like, it has great comedy, it has a great villain in Glenn, it has great little side pieces, but at the end of the day, you fucking care. Like you love that fucking scene at the end on the plane with Adam Sandler singing that song, I Want to Grow Old with You. Like, God, like it's so good. And like I put this in front of Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore because, like, as an adult, I want to watch this movie more. Like, from start to finish, I think this is the greatest rom-com in fucking history. So this is my number one.
Thoughts, folks? The greatest romantic comedy in the history of all time.
You heard it here first. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
The way Vin explained that movie is spot on.
Yeah, I know. That was perfect, man.
I would like you to run my channel. So come and explain movies on my, and I'll take the credit for it.
Yeah, I was about to say
instead of me mumbling through everything. Blah, blah, blah.
I was about to say, man, damn you for putting me after Vin. I gotta follow him up after every movie. I can't top that.
All right, well, try.
Try.
Stop looking at me, Swan. I don't know. I mean, I can't talk about this. I mean, we already talked about this movie.
Number three, the third person to list Billy Madison as their number one.
Billy Madison. Yeah, I mean, we've already talked about it, but it's like the most quotable movie of all time.
I'm surprised you're the first person to say "Stop looking at me, Schwan."
Yep.
I was thinking of which one should I say, and it's just so many. It's just so quotable. I was gonna say, I can't wait till I go to hike school, but went with this one.
Stay here. Stay as long as you can.
Cherish it.
For the love of God.
Or like Sloppy Joe's extra sloppy.
Lady, you're scaring us. Like, I love how the music shifts. It gets all evil and shit. Cody Barakap, what you gonna hit us with? The week of?
So my number one, I sadly don't have a hard copy of, but everybody else has them, so that compensates for it. It's a movie called Millie Madison. Yeah, I mean, surprise, surprise, pretty much everyone's got the number one. The two things I will contribute to the conversation are two of my favorite moments from the movie, where the scene where Billy Madison calls up Steve Buscemi and apologizes for, being a jerk to him, when they were kids, and he goes to his list on the wall. It says people to kill, and he scratches Billy Madison's name off. I'm like, that's fucking amazing. I love that. And the one scene where the group of characters think they were the kind of like the antagonist's family or whatever. They're driving the car slips on a banana peel and just drives off a fucking cliff. I'm like, they don't even freak out. Just like, hell yeah, we're awesome. So that's all I got to say. Everyone else has said everything to death, so move on.
And it's so obvious that it's all like dummies in the car. Like they're not even moving. Oh, it's great. All right, Vinicio, what do you got at number 1? Is it
So
Billy Madison?
Mine is going to be different, and I'm probably going to get a lot of hate on this movie, but this is my favorite Adam Sandler movie, and it is going to be Reign Over Me. This movie affected me so much, and again, I keep saying the aspect about children and stuff like that, but I just sympathize for him so much. I mean, he lost his entire family, and he's just going nuts, and you know, he told his kids that he was going to redo the fucking kitchen, and he never did it. And that's why his obsession of just keep redoing the kitchen over and over again. He's trying to satisfy that promise that he gave to them that he didn't get to accomplish while they were alive. And, you know, just his friend trying to help him out. And he's just, you know, the scene where his friend brings over a shrink and he's looking through the vinyls and he's trying to make it like he randomly happened to see him. And he's, I pegged you from the beginning that you're a shrink. You ordered your salad like a shrink. And then the guy starts getting frustrated with this. Oh, well, how does a shrink order salad? You know, just being a smartass with it. And he just was not having it. Just everything about this movie just affected me in the most deep way. And to me, this movie is a masterpiece, and I absolutely love it. To me, this is his you know, it's weird because he does have the aspects of his comedy thing with his anger and stuff like that, but at the same time he just does everything so well. He literally looks like a damaged man, you know. And then the fucked up thing with the parents kept trying to make him talk. It's like, I just need space. I don't want you seeing you reminds me of my kids. I don't get to see them, you know, and it's just, it's so effective to me. And I absolutely love this movie.
So good.
So much.
Yeah. That movie, when I first watched it and him talking to Don Cheadle and like finally opening up, literally brought me to absolute tears. Like I was a wreck. Reliving.
That scene, totally. Eddie, that scene, fucking, and Benicio, I know you know it too, because we talked about it on Instagram. Like I watched that movie in preparation for the stream.
Yep.
And that fucking scene where the therapist keeps on challenging him, and then he goes out into the lobby and he's like, all right, if I have to open up to somebody, I'm going to open up to fucking Don Cheadle.
Yep.
And he fucking goes through his daughters and all that shit. It's like, dude, like,
so impactful, man. So
dude, come on.
Yep.
I'm getting chills thinking about it. That's how much I love that movie. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Yep. It's it's definitely one of his more it's put it this way. It's, you don't see it cosplayed. Like no one goes to his concert and rides like a whatever the hell he's riding, like a scooter.
Never done doubles.
I will say though, the one thing that I just like that bothers me about that movie, and it's funny because The Wedding Singer doesn't, and it's similar, but his hair in that movie, oh, it irks me. His hair in that movie just pisses me the fuck off.
Afro.
I feel like it kind of works though, because it's almost like, you know, his beard's all grown out too. I mean, you know, just like Stubbs, like you could tell he shaves maybe once a week, you know, and then his hair just all fucked up because he doesn't care about anything right now. You know, he's just mourning so hard that he's just not taking care of himself, you know?
Yeah, it's wild. Yep. All righty. Rounding it out here. Let's do it. We've talked about these a little bit, but you're number 1.
Surprise, surprise. I mean, I'm not like, regardless of everything, I'm still not the biggest rom-com fan. I'm not the biggest comedy fan. I'm the horror person, much like Vinicio.
Yeah.
But so this one is not going to be a surprise, but my favorite
is Uncut Gems.
And oddly enough, like, because when it first came out, everybody was like freaking out about it because it's like, this is the most stressful movie you'll ever watch in the history of your life. Like, I can't finish this movie because I'm so stressed about it. Honestly, like, I didn't have, like, I'm an anxious person. I'm very anxious all the time. And this didn't give me like anxiety. Like, this movie, like, oddly entranced me. Like I was hooked from the minute you come out of Sandler's butthole. Like
What a brilliant what a brilliant idea. Let's start a movie in Adam Sandler's ass. I just can't get over it. Can't get over it.
like every single second I was like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? Like I wasn't like stressed, like, no more things happening. Please stop happening. I was like, God, what else could this guy do?
Yep.
And I'm also a sucker for like, not all movies like need happy endings. Like if you can throw me out of that loop and do it good, I hate when movies like stop abruptly and think like that's their way of being cool and edgy ending. This one I'm like, they fucking did it. My God.
Yeah.
They really did that.
Yep.
Like this, like it so deserves to be on the Criterion Collection because it does so many things like that just other movies don't get. And this is certainly a film. This is a movie.
So there's number one, Uncut Gems for Haley. For me, this is when I think of a movie that I love that is going to stick with me. I want all aspects. I want all genres covered. Some of my all-time favorite movies do that. They cover most of every genre out there. One or two exceptions. So this is actually the only movie Happy Madison has ever produced that's been nominated for an Academy Award. And it is going to be Click. Click is my all-time favorite Adam Sandler movie. It's probably in my top 5 favorite movies of all time. This movie, and maybe Cassidy can help me with this. I defined where I can get a Click remote and display it. I've checked every Bed Bath & Beyond, and they don't sell them. So
even in the way beyond.
And even when the movie came out, I don't believe they sold Click remotes in Bed Bath & Beyonds. So I think they really missed the mark there. What a brilliant concept to take a something that Adam Sandler is known for, which is product placement, and use it to the story's benefit. So you have Bed Bath Beyond, and God, Christopher Walken. This is an all-time Christopher Walken performance.
Say the line about the dance.
Yeah. Well, I was just about to do that. I was about to say, okay, but what controls my dance moves? And I have no idea, like, what's the name of that song? Is it We Got the Funk? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? We got the funk. You gotta have that funk. Woo! No one knows.
I mean, I probably called that.
Yeah, yes, We Got the Funk. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I actually missed that. What were the lyrics?
Yeah.
We got the funk. Yeah, we got
Sing
the
that
funk.
again.
Ooh,
So
we got the funk. Yeah, we got the funk.
Yeah, from Positive Force.
And even Marty gets into it. Marty starts getting into it.
Marty's getting.
And it's just, God, I'm telling you, every time this gives me the second biggest lump in my throat, right behind Ghost, with Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore. But when he says goodbye to his father, and to know how much he neglected his father, talk about a movie that makes you question your life. Like, that's the scene that I think sticks with everybody. But it makes me, every time I think about the movie, it makes me want to reach out to my dad, who thankfully is still with me. And God, the one negative about this movie is the fat suit is a little detracting. So it's odd to me how it got nominated for best makeup, but it's Rick Baker. So that kind of makes sense. But
like, if we're talking about like relatability to movies, the one scene where it's like in the way future and Sandler's old and he's in his office and his dad's like trying to show him like the magic trick or something that he always does. And he's just like looking at in third person almost. And, the Sandler that's sitting at the desk is like, yeah, whatever, dad. Because he's on autopilot. He's on or whatever.
Which is such a brilliant metaphor for people, because so many of us are on autopilot.
And like Sandler's like, look at him. Like,
yeah, God, it breaks my heart just thinking about it.
Like yelling at himself, like from a third person, like, you idiot. And God, and after seeing that, I'm like, God, do I want to like slap myself for some things that I've done?
Yeah, it makes you realize how you've neglected people. So this is, I think, hands down my favorite. Well, I don't think, I know it's hands down my favorite Adam Sandler movie, and I don't ever see it being topped. And not a lot of people talk about Click. And when they do, they don't have
Right.
nice things to say about it for some reason. So there's that. There wasn't a whole lot of Click talk because we didn't really talk about it too
was
much
just
tonight.
me and
So thoughts and comments on Click?
I think you just convinced me to have it in my top 5.
Click was my number 7.
Click's your number 7.
It was my number 7. Yeah.
Okay. Was it in everybody's top 10 at least, or no?
Probably, yeah.
You
Sorry. Hold on.
for me,
There you go, Benicio. Sorry.
Oh, mine was number 6. It just missed it. That's why it was kind of hard with I had my 10 perfectly, but then when I had to cut down to 5, I was like, ooh, man, there's some of these in there. So it got a little sketchy. But yeah, that was right there, number 6.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
And I think it does because you mentioned it gets compared to It's a Wonderful Life. And I don't understand the comparisons too much. Like I see where they're getting their, like where people are saying, oh, it's a Wonderful Life ripoff. But
It's so not the
it's
same.
so it takes that core idea and it just expands upon it, I think.
I don't think they had Bed Bath & Beyond in the 40s.
And it has one of the funniest things ever where he stops the baseball and he lowers the kid's hand. Like, God, and still when it hits him, I laugh every time. Like the thud it makes when it hits the kid. God, it's so good. And the Sandler verse. Those are the O'Doyles.
Mhm.
So, God, it's so good.
And he
It's so
farts in
good.
David Hasselhoff's face.
God, he farts in David Hasselhoff's fucking face.
Put shit in my lunch.
Stacy! The only thing that the thing that this movie got wrong is it predicted Michael Jackson would still be alive. So, and Michael Jackson is the only man known to clone himself who is now suing himself for molesting himself. It's so messed up. It's so messed up. All right, let's say hi to whoever's here, and then we're gonna roundhouse kick this end button. So we got we got Chris saying, here's the correct top 5. Punch Drunk Love, Funny People, which nobody mentioned at all tonight. Funny People.
That's my number 9.
Okay.
Great movie.
That's a great movie. Yeah, great movie. Uncut Gems, Wedding Singer, and Airheads. Number 1, Airheads. Wow. Honorable mention, Click, The Cobbler. Nobody mentioned The Cobbler.
Cobbler's great.
Yeah.
Underrated.
Cassidy, I see you making a face. Yes,
That's
good.
in my top 10. The Cobbler's so good.
The Cobbler,
That's a father-son story as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Good
that's
mom.
Dustin Hoffman, right?
Yeah.
Dustin Hoffman.
Hook himself.
Gus just realized he owns Bedtime Stories, but's never seen it.
Get your life together, Gus.
Movie collectors number 1 is Happy Gilmore. What? Gus? Really?
Thank you, Eric.
Yeah,
okay.
I need to rectify that. Great movie. Laren says, I haven't seen That's My Boy. I need to.
Yes.
Eric says they need to make a Grown Ups 3. Well, he keeps singing about it in the Chris Farley song, so I think it's going to happen at some point. Cody Lepke, Anger Management, check. Waterboy, check. The Waterboy, check. 51st Dates, check. Big Daddy, I love how it's capitalized. I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. That's your number 1. I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. How do we feel?
Waterboy's so good he listed it twice.
Yeah, I saw that.
How do we feel about Jessica Biel as a love interst? Does it work?
You're like a 5.
Vin. No, it doesn't work for you.
David Spade's my favorite in that when he's like the girl and he turns around and it's David Spade. I laugh so hard every time.
I heard you wanted to suck something.
Let's see here. Yes, Vin is the king of explaining movies with great details beyond them. Showing support. Yep, much love, much appreciated that. Shout out to Rick Baker. Yeah, yep. So that's the only Happy Madison production that's ever been nominated for an Oscar. So, fun fact.
I'm surprised Deuce Bigelow Male Gigolo didn't.
Oh God, talk about a movie.
No,
I love that movie.
So good.
That needs a third one.
that movie.
Oh, after European Gigolo? Oh,
I think
I'll take it straight to Crackle. I'll take it.
I don't think
as
so.
far as Rob Schneider led films, that's his best.
Deuce Bigelow?
Yeah,
Deuce Bigelow.
I hear
Over
Big
the hot
Stan is
chick?
really good. I've never
Over the
seen
hot
it.
chick
Over the hot chick.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna agree.
What
with
about
Deuce
the
Bigelow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Deuce
love the
Bigelow.
hot chick, but Deuce Bigelow.
That's crazy, Cassidy, because you don't even get Adam in that movie except in like a voice cameo shouting
But
"freak."
Fucking hilarious.
Fishy, fishy.
I've been getting $10. Like it's a good movie. He's great.
I watched that movie and it just made me feel empty.
That's
That's the
shocking.
worst.
That's
That's the
shocking.
worst review of a film I can even fathom.
I love Eddie Griffin. He's like eating the sandwich in the hot tub, and his
Yeah.
tomatoes floating around. He picks it up and he's starts eating
Oh
it.
yeah.
Ugh.
Wouldn't you? Let's be honest.
I mean, I'm not gonna admit that online, but yes.
No.
Wink, wink, wink.
It's
Only
one
you
of the
know.
oldest gags in the book, but the hot chick does something so funny where you hear like intense music as she's holding the like thing, and then you realize it's Adam Sandler banging the drums.
Stop banging
I
them
didn't know
damn
you could
drums. Oh, I'm sorry.
God, that is so funny. That is so funny. And then he just keeps showing up and talking about you can put your weed in there. We got KB joining at the last minute. Sup, party people? We'll watch the replay. Just wanted to say what's up to everyone.
Well, KB, if you're here right now, turn your ears off because while this stream has been going on, if y'all have been curious, I've been keeping tally of every movie that's been said.
Okay, let's hear it.
Just curious as to what movie would end up making the most of our lists. And spoiler alert, there is not one movie that has made every list. That's a good thing. But a very eclectic bunch. And for those curious, the movie that I was thinking of, that I was waiting for somebody to say, and nobody did, was 8 Crazy Nights. Thank God.
I love that movie.
My
That's
name's
in my top
Whitey
10.
Duval. How you doing? Nice to meet you, Whitey.
That is
Duval.
good. That's really
Whitey
good.
Duval.
Anyways, so number 5 that was said, it was a 3-way tie between these movies. All got 2 spots on people's lists. Were Click, which was me and you, Airheads, and Punch Drunk Love. Number 4 is a 2-way tie with 3 appearances on lists, being 50 First Dates and The Wedding Singer. Number 3 appearing 4 times, a 2-way tie between Big Daddy and Happy Gilmore. What did I say? 2? Wait, what did I say? 3? 2. Appearing 5 times on everybody's list is Uncut Gems. And then the last movie with a total of 7 times. Only one person, and I didn't keep track who, did not put this on their list.
Me. I didn't have Billy Madison in my top 5. No.
I didn't have it in the top 5 either.
Oh, wait, so it was 2 people, because I forget that we count as 2 separate people. So we had 9 people. Sorry. 2 people didn't have it. Billy Madison is the Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, no. If we were to have done a top 10, Billy Madison's 10. So
Yeah,
Really?
I think mine too.
Yep. So
Yeah, Billy
Each
Madison.
their own.
7 times. 7 times.
wow, we did it, folks. We did it. So really quickly, we're just going to go around and we're going to let anyone say where they want people to find you. If you want people to find you at a certain place. So Cassidy, where can people find you if they would like to?
Girl on Instagram.
Are you going to start a YouTube channel dedicated to Adam?
To be honest, probably no.
Okay.
Probably
It was
no.
a fun time. I enjoyed it.
Yes, thank you. You were nervous for nothing.
Was I though? No, I'm just kidding.
You did great. You did great.
Thank you.
So congratulations on, is this your first live stream?
Yes.
You did great. Awesome.
Wow.
Thank you. I was sweating all day. I thought of 18 excuses to cancel, but I told myself, no, bitch, you're going to fucking do this. So
You did awesome. Seriously.
I'm just-
Next up, Josh, where can people find you?
YouTube Mouse Tracks, Instagram Mouse Tracks, Facebook Josh Flowers, and that's it.
All right, man. Eddie, where can people find you?
Yeah, well, YouTube, Instagram, Eddie's Films and stuff. Yeah, look me up if you want to hear me talk about films and stuff.
and stuff.
Yeah, Instagram and YouTube at Dude Who Loves Movies. I dropped my first video today. So
And it was
go
good,
and
man.
enjoy.
I love
Hey,
the
thanks.
intro and everything, and the fact that you don't have the budget for an intro. I love it.
It was really good, man. It was really good.
I
Yeah, it was good.
appreciate it. I do. I was super nervous about doing it. I just did it. Thank you guys.
Came together really well.
Yep.
You can find me on Hard Copy Blues at YouTube and Instagram, and then my letterbox is Aceto866. But just a shout out to Cody. I saw his first video he dropped on his channel today, and it's great. He's going to take off, so go ahead and subscribe to his channel. And yeah.
Thank you so much.
Well, you can find me on YouTube at the Brock Upside, but pretty much type into any social media and you'll find me there too.
And congrats on passing 1K, man.
Oh, thank you.
Nice.
And last but certainly not least,
You can find me at the Horror Cholo on YouTube, also on Instagram, also on Letterboxd. That is what I got.
and now you're going to resume being the Horror Cholo.
No more funny.
All right, and you're on our channel, so you don't know, you don't have to know where to find us. Thank you, everybody in the panel, for coming and joining. And Boyd dipped out at the last minute, so
At least we got his top.
we got his top 4, I think, his top 5 and 4, something like that.
5 and 4.
But this was a lot of fun, and like I said, can you imagine if we did a top 10? We'd be here for forever. So, stick around, everybody. We'll do a formal goodbye, but we're just going to say goodbye to the chat here. So Laren's saying, what is Laren saying here? Thanks to everyone here tonight. This was a fun tribute to one of my faves. See you on Sunday. Yes, he is referencing on Sunday. We have Fans of Something Live 17 with Double Feature Podcast.
Yeah.
So be sure to tune in for that. Hopefully, sort of like Cody, they're going to be dropping content here for the first time ever. So looking forward to that. Then we got the Room watch along with Mr. Durant Cinema. Look at him. Look at how good he looks right there. And then last but not least, talking about Big Daddy, we're watching The Kid from Charlie Chaplin with James over at 20th and 21st Movies because he's the Criterion guy. So we're going to be watching The Kid. I don't expect that to be a super popular watch along because that's a over 100-year-old film, but we'll see. So
It's different.
It's different and it's great. So that's that. Good night, everyone. Have a great night, everybody. Yes, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This was a lot of fun, and we will be back on Sunday. So go check out everybody on the links down below. They're all linked down below. And Kevin is saying good night. Have a good night, Kevin. Right back at you. And yeah, we'll see you on Sunday. So until then, there's one thing you have to do, and that is